rising from the grave, rising from the ashes, rising from the shadows of the earth of life. Me, like my case house, Joey. Back in the house right now. The music's too epic. We need to turn the music down, my friends. That's right. We're here. We're live. Brand new Poker Life podcast. Not Poker Life podcast. We are here to cover debatably one of the greatest heads-up matches in the history of heads-up matches. Better than Khabib versus Conor McGregor. Better than any heads-up match I maybe have ever seen in my life. In one corner, we have the Supreme Leader, a.k.a. debatably one of the top Milton Hold'em players of all time. Debatably 6PP, you know we like to call him out there. We got my man, Douglas K. Polk in the other corner. We have a man who's been known to take photos of himself all over the world, all over the home, all over the continent of America. And listen, man, this guy, poker legend, what can you say about Daniel Negreanu? The man is stepping up to the plate. He's taking on Doug Polk as the underdog. We're day 6 right now. And listen, total Daniel winning $25,000, 1,700 hands played. Many, many more hands to go. We will be here covering every moment. Today, I want to introduce my color commentator, co-host, one of my good friends, debatably the best 21-year-old poker player in the world. I know some of the Europeans have something to say about that. We got my man, bring him in, Landon Tice. Bring him in, Bring the guy in. What are they giving me this ad for on this epic music? My friends, we're here, we're live. And we're getting ready to watch some Doug Polk versus Coke Can Dan, Mr. Daniel Negreanu, Kid Poker himself. Landon, how are you feeling, my friend? Give the people some words. Put the microphone up to your face, and let's get it started, man.
It's falling.
Give him something, man. Don't let it fall on you. Don't let it fall.
What's going on? Feeling good.
How you doing, buddy? You ready? You ready to get some commentary today?
We'll get it done.
You ready to get it done?
Yeah. Joey, we have to align these tables, Joey. Look at this.
We're gonna align.
This is clearly imbalanced.
I wasn't really necessarily planning to come back to content. Took a long break, took a couple months off Twitter, off Instagram, off the YouTube streets. I'm gonna be talking more about that this week. I'm gonna write a blog out. I do apologize. I want to say I'm sorry for everybody out there for leaving for so long. No announcement, but we're back. So let's get it.
We're here.
Ready? All right. So ready for Daniel to show up here.
We're waiting.
We're waiting.
We're waiting in the weeds.
We're waiting in the weeds. Everybody in the chat is fired up right now. When will Daniel Negreanu come to the table? If you guys want to recap so far, day one is day one started off. It was at the Duel. I went over there to Poker Go. The setup was beautiful. The stage was beautiful. And Daniel won a little bit of money against Doug. Then it went to online. Of course, that's Doug Polk's bread and butter. Doug Polk, debatably one of the best Milton Hold'em players at the heads-up format in online poker history. Daniel, more known as a tournament guy, not necessarily known for being a heads-up Milton Hold'em player, has played cash games as well too. He stepped up to the plate. He's taken on this challenge, and the first session online went Doug's way. He won about 100. How much did he win? 218,000. Oh shit! So he won 218,000 that second match. The third day, Doug won another 166,000. Everyone thought he was going to crush this guy and he was going to kill him.
But then
Daniel roared back. He won $87,000, and then the last session, Daniel won $206,000, and now we're here. And there it is. So we're waiting for Daniel to join. Someone said something's wrong with the mic. What's wrong with the mic, guys? What does it sound like? But yeah, we're waiting for Daniel to show up. We got micro stakes. That's going to be Mr. Douglas K. Polk. I got to get these table situation kind of set up here. So bear with me, guys, while I try to make this happen. Bump, 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 bump. Was that it? Okay, where did he go? Did he leave?
He's back.
It says you can hear Joey through the other mic. Well, that's not good. It's not good at all. This should be better right now. Try it again.
What about now?
Okay, yeah, talk about now.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah, makes sense. Listen, I'm not used to doing this or the two mic setup here. We had to have Landon up here. Landon, tell him about Tell him about you, man. What have you been up to? Last night we were at the Venetian until 3 a.m. as kid Landon went to go play his first live poker tournament, basically, and in Vegas, and then won it. So I don't even know how it's possible, but yeah, he basically won $200,000 last night. How much was the buy-in for that event?
It was $1,100.
$1,100 buy-in. So he was playing $1,100 MSPT event, and Landon took it down for about $200,000. Congratulations, buddy. It was a grind. Shout out to Burke. He was in the house. Corey was in the house. Conrad was in the house as well, too.
Nick was in the house. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick Moore. All right, so we're getting started, Landon. Can we see what's happening here? So we're going to do this setup here. We got the table 1 and table 2. Doug Polk, micro stakes. Daniel Negreanu is he's D-Negs, actually, yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got a lot of people out there. Lock 19901, the Newsity.
Do we like using these cards, or should we use the 4-color cards?
Should we use 4-color cards? We can use 4-color cards,
I'm a fan
yeah.
of the 4-color cards.
Oh, yeah. We can use 4-color cards, definitely.
Let's do.
Yeah, I'll talk up a little bit, too, on the mic.
Yeah.
So how much heads up poker have you played?
I've been playing heads up a decent bit now on WSOP, trying to play like whatever runs, 10, 20, 25, 25, 50, and sometimes, like a couple times I played like 50, 100.
So you're basically playing a lot of poker.
I'm playing a lot of poker, studying a lot.
Yeah. And how's it been going for you, man?
It's been kind of rough, actually, playing like 5K and 10K. I'm down like maybe like 10 buy-ins since like kind of trying to play higher stake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's how it goes. I feel like I'm playing good.
So you think you're adequately skilled enough to be able to check out some of these hands and call from them a little bit too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think so too. The kid studies nonstop. He's always at it.
The chat will obviously help me.
Okay, so we're playing 204. We got 3-bet left-hand side table here from Doug Polk. Ace-7 board, 2 spades. So we're playing 200, 400. Doug made it $4,000, and now he's going to go ahead and bet 1/4 pot. Is that a pretty normal size right here to bet?
It's like a little bit more than a quarter. It's like 30%, which seems to make sense on boards when you're a 3-better out of position on an ace, like a double ace high kind of boards. You just kind of want to bet small. Just have all the ace kings in range, all the stronger hands, and Daniel has more of like the pocket pairs of like 5s, 6s, 7s, and like some king high floats. But it's kind of hard to continue when you're just up against a range that's mostly ace-x 50 bets.
Mm-hmm. And that's that, huh?
It's
that easy. Is that how a lot of these hold'em hands are played? Another 3-bet here from Doug Polk on the left-hand table. So it looks like Daniel's going with a $1,000 raise size. Doug's going with the 9-10 raise size. So Doug's going just a little bit over a min raise. Left-hand table, we do get a call to the 3-bet. Right-hand table, D-Neg's putting his first 3-bet in here. Doug lays it down. Queen 5-6 board, 2 spades. See what Doug decides to do here. He's in the tank right now. Once again, goes ahead.
Oh, that's interesting. He like bet like 2.4 the other time, and now he's betting 2.7. It's like something small, but like it's a difference.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Well, Daniel goes ahead and calls, turns it jack, so queen 6-5. Jack, flush draws don't get there, straight draws don't get there. Let's see what Doug goes ahead and does here. Checks it over.
It's interesting. It's like kind of difficult in some ways without whole cards, but it's also kind of cool, like thinking of like what ranges look like. Because like Daniel here has a lot of like 6-7, queen X, 7-8, king 10 floats. When he checks back, he has a lot of like showdown value hands like pocket 8s, pocket 7s, and sometimes like a check back queen 10 for some protection when on an ace, Daniel's probably gonna check back a good bit. And she's probably going to stab most of his bluffs on the turn, like a king 10 type of hand, 9-10 type of hand.
Well, Daniel does go ahead and snap called. And Daniel
there it is,
has the tricky 2-pair, queen 5 for Daniel. So he flopped top and bottom pair, that German 2-pair. Turn, check. He checked it back. River goes for a large bet. And Doug snap calls. And we obviously think, what does Doug have? Like an ace-9, ace-10 type hand?
He probably just has an ace a vast majority of the time.
Vast majority of the time. Well, Daniel strikes first blood here. He ends up going up here about $17,000. So, yeah, Daniel does come into today's match with the lead, but it's not a very big lead. The buy-in is $40K for one buy-in. He's only up a little less than half buy-in. So, yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see a lot of people out there. What's going on, my beautiful friends? very good to be back on the YouTube streets. Good to be back live streaming here. My man Moonlight Master in the chat. What's up, buddy? Fred, we're through. What's up, Fred? What's happening, man? Robert Lopez, K Losta. Who are you guys rooting for in the chat, man? Who are you rooting for here, Landon? Who's your pick? Who's your guy? Who you going with?
I don't really have like a prerogative either way.
Yeah, you don't mind.
I just want to see some good. I want to see some good poker. You know.
Yeah.
I just want to see some spicy lines.
Some action.
And then what happens happens.
Well, here we go. Daniel going to a little check raise on the right hand table. Jack 9-6.
Okay. 3. So turn that, depending on specific combos and range, you're gonna want to play a lot of overbets for like 1.5x pot, 120% pot or checks. So like winner flush draw kind of comes in. You're supposed to have some check raises like 5-7 of like clubs, have some 10-8, and then you obviously have like 6-9 and then sixes, and then some protective like queen jack offs that he might call versus 3-bet, because I'm pretty sure it's mixed in some capacity. So like you're gonna have some like protective jacks, and you're gonna have a lot of bluffs as well on a board like this with like 7-8, queen 10.
Well, there you go. There's that overbet you talked about, Landon. You might have seen on the turn. So Daniel goes for 9,600 and 6,400, and Doug is gonna lay it down. So Daniel whipping out the overbet here in this match right here. Yeah, it looks
Daniel's
like
got some spice. It's weird on a board pairing river like a 3, because a 3 doesn't really connect with most of his bluffs on the flop. So it's not like he's check raising a hand that has a 3 in it very much, and then finds it on and then has it on the river.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty interesting line to check the turn.
Do you think that because we just saw Daniel get a little bit tricky with that 2 pair on the left hand table, that maybe there's some gamesmanship in his mind where he might try to turn that into a bluff there. So maybe he might not have normally bluffed in that spot, but because he just showed down.
Yeah, I mean,
little momentum bluff.
Yeah, I mean, I think
like to have that
for me it's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely throw that in there.
For me, it's a thing. Like I remember yesterday playing heads up in this tournament. Like I was kind of like ramping some aggression in a lot of spots, and I was also just, instead of taking like raise sizes that would probably get paid by villain, I decided to go for jams in the spot to kind of like just like instill like that pressure of like I'm going to put all the chips in the pot, and then like at some point, obviously like you get sick of it when a kid with flowy hair and a backwards hat says all in every 5 pots playing heads up.
That's true.
So it ended up working well in my favor.
So that's what happened to you?
I think that's what happened in some capacity, but yeah, I think I played pretty well. And just putting a lot of time in the study streets.
I'm trying to
run a bunch of sims. I know you're setting up the table.
I'm trying to center these tables here.
Joey's trying to help out the people.
Wait, I wasn't. Yeah, listen, everybody in the chat. Everyone in the chat's being super fucking nice. You guys are awesome, man. I saw my buddy Mike Vacanti out there. My man Art P, Kevin Ratchabal in the chat as well. What's up, guys? Yo, man, you guys are all real fucking nice, man. I appreciate y'all very, very much. It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
They've missed you. From the ashes, he will rise.
It's been a tough couple months, buddy. So. You know?
It's nothing that the sushi samba can't fix.
It happens. Let's see what we got here, man. We do have some sound effects. So as the matches go along, I'm going to be upgrading my entire production here. So right now the table's a little bit out of line, but the tables are going to be more in line 100%. And we got some sound effects lined up. Many sound effects. Many different things I'm going to try for these things, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm really excited to be here, man. Yeah, people are talking about like, subscribe, comment. Yeah. Make sure you guys do if you want to check out the content. Daniel, left-hand table, going with another overbet here, Landon.
It's so kind of difficult to like follow the action without hole cards, because like some hands you can obviously tell like might not be as interesting. Okay, well like on an overbet on this turn, and then the board pairing river, he's gonna probably rep pretty polar here if he does decide to bet, but it's obviously way less likely he has an ace when an ace hits on the river.
So Doug shows up with the 7 there, so he check called that overbet with second pair. Third pair.
Doug did not believe.
Yeah, he did not believe him. No, yeah.
He did not believe.
The third pair, Jack 7. We're going to try to check out our replayers here and how we can make these kind of the whole replayer thing set up. See if we can show it up on here. All right, cool. So we can kind of do something like that. All right, perfect. All right, perfect. Here we have our replayer if we need it. Perfect. Talk to the chat, Landon.
What did the chat have to say?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Alexander said, "What up, Joey? I heard these past couple months have been hard. Same here, brother. But while we're alive, we have to have what it takes." Amen. Listen, that's very true, right? That's very true. Cannot disagree with that. I think the past couple months have been tough for a lot of people out there with what's happening. People have been locked down. A lot of people haven't left home, right? They've been home for a long time. I know some people in my building have been at home since February. So yeah, it's been challenging. I know a lot of people are in isolation, have nobody to talk to or have nobody to make that human connection with, and they're struggling and they're scared and they're unsure what's going to happen. So yeah, I definitely understand, man. A lot of people are feeling like that. We have a couple big pots here brewing.
I just kind of stayed in my room otherwise.
Yeah, you were grinding, man. You were doing well, buddy.
Yeah.
You were doing well. You were grinding hard.
Yeah.
So here we go. Right hand table, little pot brewing. $9,000 goes to the river. Left hand table, Daniel makes a bet on the fourth club. And takes that one down. Right hand table, Daniel with another bet. A little over 2/3 pot.
Yep.
So Daniel bet flop, bet turn, bets river. Takes another pot down, so just like that, Daniel Negreanu, a little momentum on his side, maybe up about on the owner buy-in, so about $30,000 so far.
Yeah, almost a buy-in.
Yes, someone said I got younger. Well, that's because I was spending a lot of time off the internet, off social media. I wasn't stressing myself about what kind of content I was going to make because I always had
Wait a
ideas.
minute. Where's the No Limit Hold'em hat?
Where is the No Limit? Wait a second.
There it is.
Wait a song, man. I was getting outside. I was getting some sun, man.
It's like, wait a minute.
Eating healthy.
We're missing something here.
Focus on the relationships, man. We are missing something. Shout out to my man Johnny Vibes up there in the chat too. Big Johnny Vibes been traveling around all around the world, getting after it, having a good time. Him and his lovely girlfriend. Yeah, we need a little music on the background. Let's put some epic music on.
Some powerful music.
Yeah. This might be too epic for people to handle. Johnny Vibes, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, man. Will be an interview with Doug after the match. I haven't really talked about doing an interview at the match, but I'm sure maybe we can talk about that in the future. Get some updates from him, see how he's doing.
The king high is good. No, it's not. The 9 on the river. Unlucky. I was going to say, Doug's probably not going to shut down queen high very much.
Yeah, Daniel playing very aggressive this match so far. Bets the right-hand side as well. 37.50 into 5,000. Left-hand table, Doug goes for a 3-bet. Did I bet any money on Doug? Mitch asks. Yes, I did bet a little bit of money on Doug. Nothing too crazy, though. The odds weren't necessarily that well, but I'm very confident that Doug... I'm very confident that Doug is going to be able to put up a good fight here. And even if he ends up losing this one, I think in the long run he's going to win very often. Is he going to win 4-1? I think he would definitely say he'd win. He's going to surpass those odds, right?
Doug was saying that he bet on himself because he liked the price at 4-1.
Yeah.
So he's gonna back up the truck on everyone.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Anyone who wants smoke, they're getting a truck back up.
Did he try to get you to back up the truck against you?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. He abstained from the truck.
Okay. I think
he didn't want to back the truck up on me.
I think he might bring the truck over your way, buddy. If you
I don't want to bring the truck.
Now you got that score last night. I'm sure if you want to play
the truck's going Doug's way.
Yeah, I'm sure Doug.
Doug is bringing the truck this way.
I think he might. Yeah. El Piro in the chat. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Yowler 3, Poppy. We missed you. Much love, Yowler. Much love, guys. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we don't have whole cards in this match, but listen, we're still going to see some hands.
Do I have money on Doug? No. I didn't bet on this. I just kind of enjoy watching it more, and I didn't really take a side to some extent.
Yeah. There's nothing going on here right now. A couple small pots. Doug still waiting to strike a little blood for today's match. Hasn't really got anything going quite yet. Down about, $30,000 so far.
Yep.
Daniel going for a big bet on the turn, 3/4 pot in that queen.
I think something that's kind of important is like, in heads up, it's just so volatile that like buy-ins literally fly. Like the buy-ins just fly in. Like Doug being down 30 could easily go from Doug being up 200 to being down 400.
Yeah.
Like the money just goes in sometimes, and they don't really reset stacks, right? They just kind of play.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they're just playing, like they could easily just be like, Daniel could be running well the entire match, but then Doug wins a stack in some spot and then wins a double and wins 200 big blinds.
Isn't that how it goes? It's
Yeah.
crazy, right? You grind these small pots back and forth for hours, and then a few big pots, a few cooler situations kind of decide the match for how it goes.
Yeah, at least for today. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, like what's going to make up most of the win rate is going to be all like the smaller pots and the single raise pots and the 3-bet pots, and how much are you losing when you see bet give up in making like some small little errors. Like that's what's going to matter more than the aces versus kings, because in theory they're going to have the same thing happen to each other at the same amount of time. And obviously like one of them running better than the other one to a small extent is going to help a lot, because you played some heads up, you played some PLO, you know what variance is like.
Played a lot of heads up, a lot of battles.
Many positive buy-ins and many negative buy-ins.
When it's going your way, when you're heads up and you have the momentum on your side, you're running well, you feel in the zone, you're locked in. It's a special feeling, because when you do that, when you're playing, like say 12 to 24 tables of ring, 6-handed, 9-handed, you're still playing against a bunch of different players, so you might feel like you're in the zone, but you don't necessarily have that advantage over those other players in terms of just game flow and kind of dynamic. Whereas heads up, people lose their fucking shit. They lose their marbles. They start freaking out. They lose their cool. They're tilting. They're smacking things, and that's what makes it fun, right?
Yeah.
So even you get like that ever? Are you ever like that?
I think the way that I would effectively tilt would be in a way where I start over-aggressing in spots that I know are mixed. In the sense of, if I know something I could check or I could bet, I would mostly bet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is an imbalance in some way, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like I'll just take a hand like 7-4 off and go to town. You know, like it's more of like, okay, this hand probably bets the turn like half the time. I'm just going to bet like all the time, and then I'm going to do that.
I see what you're saying, yeah. So Doug here, Doug called a big bet on the turn, and now the backdoor flush hits there on the river. Doug goes with a very small bet, 1/3 pot. See what Daniel does here. Daniel calls. Daniel shows on the backdoor flush. Doug has tripped jacks. That pot could have been way bigger. Wow.
Yeah. It's
very.
Let's go to the replay booth, Joe.
All right, our first time going to the replay booth.
Let's go to the replay booth.
Polk the replayer. Here's Steve.
Wait, you have to get it. You have to get it before it goes away. It's the other table, maybe. It's the other table. Click the replay button. Click back. No, click play. Yeah. Well, you can click the fast forward too.
What is with this terrible replay?
No, it's gone. It's gone.
So you have to get it right away?
Yeah, you literally have to click it right away.
How fucking stupid is that? What is this software? God damn, dude. What software's living in the fucking... Do you guys play other games on your phones and other programs? Like, and you compare it to poker software. Poker software is just years behind. It's like poker software's in 2011. Can you imagine if mainstream AAA games come out with quality... Like, shocking, guys. A shocking atrocity, first of all. But yeah, that was a weird hand. What was Daniel thinking there, right? So he makes the 4-7. He check raises the 4-7 on that Jack Deuce 3 board. Bets the turn when the Jack pairs, and then river check calls the 1/3 pot. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think his hand on the river could be a pretty nice check raise fold to a 3-bet. In the sense of when he makes a flush and wants to protect his range in some capacity of just having strong hands when he does check raise, bet, and then check. This is a pretty solid hand. This is a 4-bet pot.
4-bet pot.
So yeah, like a small flush in that capacity would be a pretty good hand to raise for value and get value from specifically a jack. And if you get jammed on, you just have a pretty easy fold.
This it? You hear that?
That's the Chuck.
That's the
Chuck backing up. The Chuck might be backing up.
Doug Polk with the 4-bet, left-hand table, $20,000 pot.
Do we have like a crashing like sound? Like if Daniel wins this pot? Do you have like a
We got something else for you though, trust me.
Yes.
Doug with the
quarter
Doug,
pot.
Here we
very
go.
Standard. Very standard quarter pot.
So 10-10 deuce, 4-bet pot. Very standard quarter pot. Left hand.
All in for 3.5x. Douglas.
Holy shit.
Oh, gets it done.
Daniel folds. Left hand table. What's Doug gonna do? $28,000 pot, $25,000 behind.
In spots like this, you either want to like check because stacked pot's so low, or you want to like place another small bet, like maybe go like 20%, 25%, and then set up like a pretty small river jam.
Well, let's see what he does here, kid.
Let's see what happens.
Backdoor flush gets there. Daniel checks.
There will be a winner in this pot.
There's someone to win.
Daniel quads! Quads! Just quads, huh?
What the hell is this guy have quads for?
I'm pretty sure. So
what the hell is
the thing that I'm more interested in about that hand, to be honest, is like tens is a pretty clear jam pre for 100 big blinds. Like
That's
he
what
just
you're
called the
concerned
four. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I'm
tens.
concerned.
Like tens out of position is just one of those hands where you probably have the best hand. If you're coolered, you're coolered, but you just kind of you put the money in.
So here we go, guys.
Get the sound. Get the sound going.
I don't have the crashing sound. Okay, I don't have a crashing sound yet. Maybe we get a pool sound for Daniel here. So Doug,
pool sound.
Doug, 4 bets. Daniel just calls pocket tens. You know how hard is he right here on this flop? He's
poker hard.
15 poker hard. I mean, you goddamn Doug Polk 4 bets you, your arch nemesis, and you flop quads. Unfortunately,
your arch nemesis. They didn't seem like that much nemesis in the live stint.
I read a comment.
They look like some friends. They look like the bestest of friends.
I read a comment that said it looked like they were on a first date.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? As I went out to there, because I went over there to say what's up to Doug and just kind of check out the set. The set was beautiful. It was a great production. Shout out to Poker Central and Gigi for putting that on. And
that was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and I watched him, right? Oh, all in!
All in!
Aces! First 2 pair!
What's gonna happen?
Back up the truck!
Back up the truck! Back up the truck!
Put it on!
Ay, yakaramosa! Back up the truck. Oh.
Back it up! Back it up! Just like that, Doug Polk.
Just
takes
like
down the large pot. Biggest pot of the session so far.
Honestly, I wanted the king to come so this moment would happen. Like this moment in time.
Papi, Kodamosa, Daniel's in shambles over there.
Just aces, huh?
So Daniel, tricky there with the queen 5. I mean, a little crafty old veteran called it a 3-bet there. So
yeah,
Doug,
it's like 100% call.
Doug 3-bets.
It's 100% call.
Daniel calls. Daniel flops 2 pair. You know he's rock hard.
So yeah.
Chips it in standard.
I think in this spot it's pretty good because you're unblocking the king that just pays it off. And like if he's a hand like ace king, he's obviously gonna get the money in. And if he is, we're gonna want to have hands like our suited draws that also want to just realize all of our equity, because most of the time Doug might just pile the turn, and then you just only get to see 1 card instead of 2.
Well, we did get to see 2 more cards, Kid Landon.
So we got to see them, and then
we got to see an all in.
Where is it? And then on the turn, no dice, but the river, the truck.
Hold the horn, baby. We need an equal celebration for Daniel, I think.
I agree.
What do we do? What does he have, like a truck saying? What was that?
Well, he has the masterclass intro.
You need to understand that everything you do at the poker table conveys it. Do we play the masterclass ad intro?
We need to find something better. Maybe the chat has some ideas.
Do you have a suggestion for what we can play for Daniel?
Chat, what do we do?
Here, okay?
What do we do when Daniel wins a pot?
Well, here we go. Right hand table. You see another something brewing here. 3-bet from Daniel Negreanu. Makes a big bet here.
It's an interesting bet. 80% seems pretty good on this spot on rainbow boards.
80% by Daniel. The kid likes it. We like it too. Doug calls. Turns a 4. Gut shot straight draw gets there. 5-6. See how it goes. $19,000
Daniel's
pot.
betting 2K on the river with a straight. Straight is good.
Nice hand by Daniel. Chips up just a little bit.
Check on the turn makes a good amount of sense. There's some hands that he's going to want to check call. And there's some no equity bluffs in the sense of like he just has nothing and is forced to kind of give up. More rake is better.
No, we got to play something nice. Not
no.
Close. We're not playing. Come on, man. Doug goes ahead and bets here. Look at the bet size. $6,500, 19.7K. No, they got a lot of suggestions. Should we play a sound of a Coke can popping or what? What do you guys think? Daniel calls.
The sound of a pop tap opening.
What's going to happen here, Landon? $31,000 behind for Doug. A pot size bet left.
Doug might just like jam the 8-9 here.
You think he might jam the 8-9? He misses the 8-9. He's going to jam here?
Doug might just jam the 8-9 here.
Let's see what's going to happen here, guys. The tension's on. Dun, 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 dun.
I wish we would
all in.
Have the 8-9. Please make me look smart.
What's Daniel going to do?
The truck is backing up.
Wait,
can we get a car crash sound going if he loses?
And he folds,
Wait,
takes it down.
Can we get a car crash sound going? Like we'll get the truck backing up, but if he loses the pot, then we get like a car crashing sound.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
I think that's fair.
So we'll do a car crashing sound.
Yeah.
Use a blender sound, the smoothies. What does Daniel like to do, right? What does he like to do? He likes to play with that dog, right? Remember that dog from that video? And he was like,
that's his dog right there.
That's his dog, right?
That's his. Yeah.
Okay.
I would hope so.
I don't know his dog. That was his
I would hope.
random dog.
I would hope it's not
really
just a random dog on the street.
He's not really kicking any dogs. I'm pretty sure they just put that sound effect in the video.
Of course not.
He didn't kick a dog. Did he?
No,
He didn't
of
kick a
course
dog.
not.
That guy's not gonna kick a fucking dog. All right, let's put a truck crash sound effect in here.
Truck, semi-truck.
Should we just play the
Terrible truck accidents.
Oh my god, these truck accidents look crazy. Guys, do not go look
Bro,
up truck.
there's terrible. There's
Wow,
truck
okay,
crash
truck
number
crash.
number
No,
13.
no.
Number.
Why are there so many compilations of truck crashes on YouTube? What's going on here? Okay, here we go. We got something.
Green screen.
Oh
truck accident.
no!
How about
Look at
this one?
This is crazy. No way. Oh, he's on a tire.
Wait.
You guys gotta see this video.
That's. All right, look, that's the one. Can we play that video or no?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, we're gonna play
You
it.
guys gotta see this
All right.
video. We're gonna
Just everyone in the chat, just wait for when Daniel wins a buy-in, and then we have.
when Daniel if Daniel wins a buy-in.
If the opportunity presents itself.
If
we
have what to play. Correct. We have what to play. So look like Doug. It's gonna be impossible to know who's up money in this match, isn't it?
Kinda. I think
Yeah,
Doug is up now, obviously after winning the buy-in, and Doug looks like he's winning some more pots.
Yeah, he's up just a tiny amount of money right now.
He's probably up like half a buy-in, maybe.
All right, guys, I'm putting up an effect for Daniel. Daniel, we've got you, buddy.
You're downloading an MP4. Wow, look at that ad. Look at that ad.
What is going on? The ads don't stop here. Just give me the video, buddy. All right, we're done. We got it. We're perfect. We're good. We're in. All right, let's go back to the match.
We're in.
We're in. We got our sound effects set up for Daniel when he wins. Daniel just casually making the nuts like everywhere. That happens, man. Listen, sometimes that's how it goes, and heads up. We are live, guys, by the way, too. Show everybody out there. Joined by kid Landon Tice. 21-year-old. Been on top of the world. We were at the Venetian last night till 3 a.m. He won a tournament. $1,100 buy-in. $200,000 for first place. And they were going to chop it, actually, but the guy came back over and was like, I'm not chopping, so. And landed up taking it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nervous, and then
I was like, why are you chopping against this guy? Right-hand table, we got a little pot brewing here, Landon. So Doug check his turn.
So, I was looking at on the left-hand side, but yeah, the right-hand side's pretty interesting on the 6.
See what happens here with Doug.
So what happened for action-wise?
I think it was just check call.
Yeah, I like this lead. So Doug's going to have way more 6x type hands, and Daniel's going to have the classic overpair situation, having a hand like 10s and kind of being forced to get put to the test.
Interesting.
So to speak.
And that's what he's doing. Full pot size bet from Doug.
Daniel has to be right 1 in 3 times to break even on this call. And there it is. There's the 6. Back it up. No horn. Do we get like the pull the horn? Doug gets it done.
Very nice 10 by Doug. So Doug gets lucky on the river, finds that miracle 6, and ends up taking out another big pot.
Potentially,
here.
He could have called with ace high.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe could have. Yeah.
Doug's gonna have some flush draws that he check calls the turn with in some capacity that then want to take this line for his reasonable bluffs.
That makes sense.
So
that definitely makes sense. Well, here we go. Daniel with a 3-bet here might be steaming a little bit. Flops queen 7-3 on the right-hand table. Bets 2/3 pot.
So it looks like he's betting this bet size on these single Broadway disconnected rainbow boards.
Mm-hmm.
He's going for this 75% pot size, which from what I've looked at in most sims, it's kind of counterintuitive that you actually kind of bet bigger on these rainbow boards because you just have an overall equity advantage of the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Interesting.
your overall range
Mm-hmm.
is going to perform better on this board because we just have the kings, aces, ace, queen, king, queen type hands, where the caller is mostly going to have under pairs to the queen and then weaker queens like queen 10, queen jack, queen 9, queen 5 suited, if you will.
We've already seen him show up with that in 3-bet pot. Yeah. Well, here we go.
I like this turn bet from Doug for stabbing 1/3 with range. Almost, well, not range, but
here we go.
A baby stab. We might get the trucks.
We might get the
Daniel. We might get it. I would love for the chat to see.
I would love for you. Oh, Daniel shows.
Oh, he donk jams. Wow.
Oh my God.
This is okay. It looks like we need it. Wait, did you just get it to work?
I got it when we're ready, buddy.
Okay. I trust you. This is a very interesting line here. Because I don't think Daniel ever has a hand like 8-9 in this line because that would mostly just barrel the turn. Like he's not going to check call the turn with 9 high.
Mm-hmm.
So you want his ace high hands to fold versus like allowing him to check back and win.
And he does lay it down.
Daniel takes it down.
Very, very interesting hand. So Daniel 3-bet there pre-flop, check calls the turn, and then donk shoves the river. Does not get called. So
that was spicy. That was a spicy line.
What do you think he has there? I mean, what was going on?
It feels like he could have a, I don't know, because the idea of why that's not really much of a play is if Doug has a bluff, you want him to fire it off, and if he has value, he's going to bet it anyways. Like if the supreme leader has ace queen, he's going for value. So we're effectively letting him not bluff us when we decide to put money in the pot.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah. He sent me to fix the tables. I don't really know how to do that, so I'm going to leave them right now. They look good to me. So one fix for future matches. Don't worry. It's going to be a long challenge. We got about, I think it's either 12.5 thousand hands or 25,000 hands. I'm going to be here doing commentary.
I think they're going to play all of it.
I hope they play all of it.
I think this is going to be great to like look back at as like one of like those moments in poker.
I know. I always do that when I look back at my old videos now for old challenges I've covered or old podcasts or old video series. I mean, there's been some pretty crazy prop bets that, I go back and watch some of my vids I did back in the day for some of my prop bets. And it's always great to watch those back. I'm always like, wish I did more vlogs. I always wish I did more vlogs. And
I'm here to help Joey win his challenge. That's an iconic video.
What's up, boys? Joey, I'm here to help Joey win, a.k.a. best grinder in the world, set the world record. Then she gets on me and does the massage. Listen.
Out of line times.
Out of line times, no doubt about it. That was 23 years old, King of San Diego. Big Papi was the
king of San Diego.
Before there was GTO headquarters here in Las Vegas, Nevada, there was
San Diego headquarters.
There was San Diego headquarters where I was the king, man. I was the king of San Diego, living in the apartment, 3rd floor. It is what it was. What is a nice one of those apartment complexes. They got a lot of those out in San Diego.
Yeah, they do, for sure. That
was a beautiful place. Here we go. 4-bet from Daniel, one of our first of the matches on the left-hand side.
Here we go.
Here we go, boys.
The truck.
Will
the truck
fall off the rails?
Or will the truck get backed up?
That's true. I'm not enough sound effect history to be able to do this quickly.
All in! Daniel does the truck. What happens to the truck?
Something's gonna happen.
The truck is currently in motion.
I mean, he doesn't snap call. Maybe he's slow rolling aces. He lays it down.
Have we seen a good-hearted slow roll yet?
I think we've if we haven't seen a slow roll yet, I feel cheated because I'd like to see a slow roll from these guys.
Is that a request you might give to Doug?
No.
Is that a request you might give to Daniel?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Doug would slow roll Daniel, but I think. Oh, all in right hand side. What the hell?
Infinite X pot all in. He's basically making Daniel fold, is what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
He's backing up the truck in these smaller pots.
Is that because?
So we click to replay. Click to replay.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Wait, other one. There it is. There it is.
Got it. Wait, they gotta be. They're gonna pick this other one here too now. We got it. All right. We got it. All right, here we go.
Holy shit! A truck started backing up outside of my building. It's Doug. He's coming for you.
All right, so Doug here, right? He bets four. So here's the river. Checks it over.
Well, what happened before that? Let's go back to the very beginning.
Flop.
No,
check.
no. Let's go back more.
It was raise pre-flop.
Okay.
Daniel check calls. Turn.
Bets pot.
Check call. River. All in.
Yeah.
For 4x.
So he's basically polarizing to a straight, like a 9-10,
Mm-hmm.
ace 10, and then he's gonna have some hands like 5-3 suited that he might just say, all the marbles.
For $49,000.
Doug likes to
Is
make
that what
these
people are
bigger
doing?
bets, but I think.
This is what you kind of shit you do, isn't it?
So
You're a sick
wait, can you
fuck,
go
know
back?
that?
So
you do this kind of
we
stuff, don't
opened.
you?
So Doug opened the button, and Daniel just called. Correct.
Correct.
So if that's the case, Daniel never has ace 10, because that's a 3-bet.
So that means he can just bet 5x pot on the river.
It means the brain solver is working. That's what's happening in Doug's mind. In Doug's mind, he just hears the beeping sound of he can't have the nuts.
Okay.
So if Doug has a 10, he could just kind of go off blocking 10-9.
Makes sense.
And
makes
even
sense.
so, right, when Doug bets pot on the turn,
Uh-huh.
Daniel's not calling turn with 9-10.
Right.
And 9-10 suited is a 3-bet pot.
That's a good point.
So Daniel can't have the nuts. Doug's got the goddamn truck.
So that means 5x pot.
That means...
Do you recommend our faithful viewers up there watching all around the world, do you advise they start 5x potting it when the opponent, they don't think they can have ace 10?
No.
Okay.
That's for the very not faint-hearted.
Okay, perfect.
That's for the bold.
Okay.
That's for the truck drivers out there.
Listen, we put the replayer up. If we miss any hands, if any big hands stop, I'll put the replayer down, I promise. I'm watching the hands. I'm watching everything go down here. And that replayer is interesting replay here. So let's pick it up here. So right now, Doug, left-hand table, you can see that, guys. $94,000 in his stack for Mr. Doug Polk.
King high is going to win it.
King high takes down a small pot there on the left-hand side.
These pot-sized bets. This is a
Yeah.
pretty interesting bet on the turn when hands like 8-9 are very easily in Daniel's range. And he does make the call. I'm not going to call it now, but the truck might get backed up on again.
You think he's going to
because
do
Doug,
not tell me this guy's going to bet $40,000.
Because
Landon.
Doug has the ace queens. Daniel didn't 3-bet.
Oh, no.
He doesn't have the ace queens.
Oh, no.
It's very possible Doug says...
No, he's not. He's not. If he bets $40,000, I'm going to play a no-no tournament after the stream's over. Please do not bet $40,000.
Please don't do it.
Dear God, do not. He's not going to do it. Please don't do it.
We're just sweating him not.
Oh, no.
I told you.
God.
Let's go, baby. Joey's in the tournament streets.
Why would he do that?
Let's go.
Is he fucking watching?
Let's fucking go. Get the song. Get the sound. Get the sound. Where's the sound? I told you. I did. I know a little bit of what's going on.
The drummer sounds broken.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Wait a...
Joey's got to play a no limit tournament.
Oh,
I think there's like a small tournament at Venetian if you want to go.
You want to play the Venetian after you won the one last night?
Not really. I mean, if you want to play it, you have to play a tournament now.
Well, I got to play a tournament now. I have no
Joey
choice.
has to play a tournament.
How the fuck?
I told you.
Is that what you
Why
do?
did you doubt me?
It's $40,000. That's $10K. I mean, come on.
It's a 3x. It's very Doug-like.
Is that standard?
It's
Is
brain.
this what Hold'em's like? You just fought four?
So the
This
secret-
game's crazy.
The secret to no limit, Joey, is you
Oh,
can bet
stop
more
it.
than the pot. You can bet more than the pot.
I'm really, like, the idea of betting 4x pot breaks my brain, okay? I'm telling you right now, I'm used to the great game of Pot Manila. Oh, great game, Pot Manila. You guys know what it is. 4 cards instead of 2. You know what to do.
You know-
Hit the pot button. You're not folding pre-flop. Let's play some hands. Put
You're
the chips
calling,
in the pot.
calling
Let's get
all
after it.
3 bets in position.
Absolutely.
Calling all 3 bets out of position.
I'm calling all 3 bets out of position like I'm Daniel Negreanu with Queen 5 suited when he got stacked versus aces, okay?
You and I played some PLO earlier.
Fuck you. Yeah, we did, buddy. And let's just say the young prince was on his A game that night, okay? And didn't go well for me.
We ran good. We ran very good.
Some my buddy Brandon Sheck Harris out there in the chat. What's up, buddy? What's happening, Brandon? We got my man Patrick Curran. What's up, Patrick? How's it going, brother? Scuffed Comedy in the chat as well, too. What's up? What's up? What's happening? How's it going? 100% GTO. Hold on one second.
Well, in that spot, it's kind of the same
Is
principle.
this? What's this min bet? What is this min bet?
Min bets are a thing. On King 5-9, it's a little bit less. On a board like Ace King, whatever, like Ace
What
King,
is this?
Ace King low.
Are they fucking trolling each other?
Well, on the 9, Doug's gonna have more 9s that check call than Daniel has that bets, right?
So that means he bets min?
That means he's pressuring range, yeah.
Okay, well, now Daniel's giving that.
Daniel said, I ain't gonna have none of it. He said, you ain't gonna do me like this. Here comes a 3. Here comes a 3 bet.
No one in the history of the game has ever check called a min bet, led for min bet, and then re-raised a raise on the turn. I've played millions.
If there's
of hands.
one person who could do it,
who do you think
that is?
The Supreme.
It's the truck driving Supreme leading Douglas K. Polk.
The guy who calls himself a Brinks truck driver because he's gonna smash Daniel Negreanu for millions of dollars. Yeah, that's probably the guy who's gonna do that one.
Do we think if Doug ends up doing pretty well, is he going to purchase a truck?
Probably. That's a good idea.
What truck will he purchase?
Truck. Why don't we drive a Brinks truck to his house? Let's rent one, like an old one though. It's beat down a little bit, a little worn out.
It's got some flavor to it.
A little flavor, a little spice. Yeah, a little spice. Here we go. Right hand side.
What if we make a vlog delivering a Brinks truck to the truck driver?
Something like Mr. Beast and Tfue would do. The mainstream YouTubers, they would do something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Delivering a truck to a truck driver.
Delivering a truck to a truck driver.
Greatest thumbnail of all time. You just get the picture of Doug like this, like in the truck, like his Twitter Abby.
All right, you're hired, kid.
These are some great ideas.
I know. We've gone some sick. Me and Landon came up with the greatest idea of all time the other day at dinner. It's called Poker Mountain.
Oh, we're gonna release Poker Mountain to the public.
I mean, it's all they need to know. It's called Poker Mountain. That's all you got to know.
That's all you got to know.
That's all you got to know. Daniel takes down a pot on the right hand side. So looks like Doug's up amount of money here. Eddie Wu in the chat. Hi, you guys are awesome. Eddie Wu.
You have to scroll it down.
My buddy Ivan. Ivan, what's up, Papi? What's up, brother? How's it going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Marcus said 15,000 people watching the stream on just YouTube. What is going on? Yeah, I think there was a lot of people streaming, right? This is like the marquee event for people to watch in the poker world.
Yeah. Ben Lamb might back the truck up on me on the golf course. This is true.
That's true. GTO commentator. What's up, brother? How's it
Henry.
going? I miss Henry's always posting a lot of stuff on his Instagram story.
Henry's living the good life right now.
He looks like
he's like semi-retired, but not retired, but still plays poker all the time, but likes to call himself retired and a businessman. But he's the greatest. That's fucking Henry right there.
Hanging out with girls all the time and stuff like that too.
Henry?
Yeah.
Do you have a comment?
Uh-oh. Daniel check raise on the right hand side.
Daniel raises in position versus a 40% pot size bet.
See what happened here. So before today, Daniel Negreanu came into this match up $26,000. We're on day 6, 1,700 hands completed out of what looks to be a 25,000 hand match so far. Currently,
wow, the 3-bet.
Here we go.
This is a very big 3-bet size from Doug. Doug, this is like a committing 3-bet. Get the sound. Nope, get the sound off.
Not much going for Daniel lately, man. Looks like Doug's probably up.
I want Daniel to win a buy-in so bad. But we need to see the truck.
We'll have.
It needs to happen.
You guys are gonna see this, and you guys are gonna freak out. Okay. I'll tell you that right now. Justin Bishop, Joel, we need more content. The Poker Committee misses you.
More content on the way.
I am going to be back doing a lot of content. Trust me, I'm designing my shows right now. I'm figuring out what my formats are going to be, and I'm going to bring you some of the best poker content.
Most fire content. With fire in the background of the thumbnails.
Fire getting fired off here. Doug Polk, 4-bet, right-hand side, takes down another pot from Daniel. And the momentum is squarely on the supreme leader, Douglas K. Polk, a.k.a.
We don't know the results, Justin. We don't have that thing. But what we can do on the side is probably pull up upswings stream, and we can see how much Doug is up, because they can track it.
Yeah, good point.
I got you guys. I got you.
Thank you, Landon.
I'm just the idea guy.
You're doing all sorts of things. Where do they post these?
Well, you have to go to twitch.tv/upswingpoker.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
And then you have to mute it.
Yeah, I got you.
And then there you go.
I got you, cuz.
Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey video. I got
We
the
both
Phil
viewed
Ivey
it at the same time. We're like,
I got the Phil Ivey video coming. Trust me, the Phil Ivey video's in the works right now. I did a complete deep dive breakdown on the Phil Ivey thing that happened with the Baccarat scandal. So
I like this little jab that they do on the upswing with the little shark and the fish emoji. You know, like you can label like Doug gets the shark.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay, yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
well,
Yeah.
do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Doug is up about $10,000 so far.
But it's probably more after.
No, it's the same thing. But yeah, it looks like he's up more too.
It does. It looks like there's a proverbial truck going in Daniel's direction.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, of course. Daniel has the straight, and he'll take that one down.
Do you think we're going to see more of these challenges, Landon?
I hope so. I think they're really good.
Yeah,
I think
it
they're
brings
really
excitement. What are you guys excited about in poker? So people playing a lot of poker these days? I know Landon's grinding a lot. I've been playing a lot.
You're also gonna play a no limit tournament today. Is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready. I'm ready for Hold'em. Left hand table. Doug with another pot size bet.
Wait a minute. Isn't like the only like no limit tournament you played was like the 25K PCA?
I mean, I played a few, but not too many. No,
How'd you not win that?
not too many.
You jammed ace jack
I jam base check.
for 25 big blinds from the cutoff
Yeah, basically.
versus
Yeah.
the hijack open.
Pretty much, yeah.
I remember exactly what happened,
That's pretty much what happened, yeah.
and then it was all over.
Doug, another pot. So Daniel called that pot size bet with the nut flush draw. Does not hit on the river. Doug checks back the pair of queens, and he's going to take down another pot. So the momentum is all on Doug Polk's side. Yeah, I don't think this is right. I think he's up way more than that. I think he's up about at least like over 40, a buying at least right now.
That's
because
what I
Daniel
think too.
won about 30,000. Now
I
Doug
agree.
is up about what 60 plus 40, 100 minus 30. So he's about 70, 70,000 right
Someone in the chat said Doug's probably up around 40, which I
Mhm.
think is probably close to accurate.
Yeah.
And Doug with the full house, backing the truck up with the baby suited
now.
connectors,
Aye.
playing some small ball. That's it, baby
We'll
seven.
give,
Yeah.
we'll give him a little horn for that
A
one.
little-
I don't know.
A little horn.
I don't know. Give him a little horn for that one, yeah.
The check.
So I like this check call when the second card pairs or the last card pairs, you lead.
In some
In
cases.
some cases.
In
got it.
cases where it looks like you could easily have that card in your overall range, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like if a card comes off where it looks like you never have it because you like call down like two pot size bets with like a bottom pair and then the bottom pair pairs on the river,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really have that many of them.
Makes sense. Makes sense, buddy. Very interesting game. I'm liking this game a lot. Texas Hold'em. I got a good coach too, so I'm ready to play some more of it. I know a good player.
Can you tell me who they are?
It's called The Solver. No, I'm serious. It's you.
No.
I have the children of the sim. What are you talking? I'm the best. I have the best Discord group chat of all time.
That's
in
a
my
great
corner.
yeah.
A-Dubs Music. What's up, Joey? Glad to see you back. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Nice to see you as well. Lotto9654 says Landon is my father. Yes, that's true.
Is it? Is that true?
How would you feel to be someone's dad? Can you
I'm
imagine?
definitely not ready
Can you
for
imagine
that.
being a father? You're
No.
21 years old.
No.
You can barely do your laundry.
I actually did my laundry today.
There you go, buddy. Nice work. Step in the plate, kid.
Wait, this isn't helping my case. This isn't helping my case at all. I didn't do my laundry. I lied.
Looks like we got a couple hot hands here brewing right now. Doug leads for pot on the right-hand table. Left-hand table goes for a little quarter pot. Doug, trip fours on the right is going to take down a $10,000 pot. Left-hand table as well. Doug with that really small bet on the turn. Daniel calls.
Oh yeah, we should replay this one. This Queen A7 app. Like just kind of have it ready. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll see what happens. So on a king, A7. Wow, I'm surprised Daniel didn't bet the. I'm surprised Daniel didn't bet the queen on the river. I mean, it is pretty thin because you chop with the other queens. You chop with queen 10 now.
So Daniel bet 3/4 pot. Doug calls. Leads. Remember we said we just talked about this.
Right.
He leads for that.
On the board pairing turn.
Yeah. like
Because
one-
Doug's
one
gonna
fifth
call
pot.
with more eights than Daniel's gonna c bet. Because Daniel is supposed to check back eights a decent bit.
So here, when Daniel has Queen Jack, so Daniel has Queen Jack offsuit.
Correct.
Is there ever a chance you raise the turn, or is it always a call?
I think if you were to input that villain was going to lead 100% of range on a board pairing turn
Mhm.
like that, you would then raise for value because they're bluffing with too much stuff. Because it's tough to make a pair. Like seriously, it's just so you would raise for value, yeah. But Doug's not that unconstructed, so he's going to have some strong bluff catches as well.
Makes sense.
Because you also want Doug to fire a hand like 6-9 suited of spades on the river. And I think what Doug would do if he had that combo on the king is probably overbet for like 1.5x pot.
So
because he's basically repping an 8 or nothing.
So when the river comes here, then Daniel decides not to value bet the river.
Yeah, I think that's fine because all the queens are going to chop with worse queens, and Doug very easily can check raise an 8 here and put him in a tough spot.
Makes sense.
Like on a king, because on a king, like it's a very good card for Daniel, where Daniel might have some king high continues, like a king jack when he bets a small size on the turn. So he's gonna then bet those for value,
test,
and then kind of put himself in a tough spot.
Let me see if it's working.
It's working.
Test. I think it's working. Yeah, I think my mic is working now. Let me turn up a little bit. Yeah, let me know if this is working, guys. I like this guy Ben Watson. Joe, why is this dude's mic not working? Maybe my mic. I think it's pretty sure it's working.
It doesn't want to work.
It doesn't want to work. I think it's working now. Maybe it isn't working now.
It probably is. Lance.
We'll see. You call the action line. I'll figure it out.
Call the action. Okay. We have Doug opening on the button. Daniel calling. Ace high board. A board that Daniel's obviously going to check out of position. Then Doug's going to bet a small size. On ace jack deuce rainbow, probably go for like a third pot or less. Let's have some checkbacks as well. Because the interesting thing about boards like this is you would think that because an ace is on the flop, like you just have a severe range advantage.
Are these fucking people trolling me? Sorry, Landon, to interrupt you, but
sure, go for
I'm
it.
about to ban all these motherfuckers. They don't understand that we used to run our chat like we're North Korea around here, okay? Before censorship was a big thing on the internet, before everyone's complaining about social media sites censoring people, I was banning motherfuckers in my YouTube chat, okay? I've been doing this for 6 years in the YouTube chat, all right? People want to troll me. I'll take it though. I ain't banning nobody, okay?
Yeah. Have you tried trying to fix the mic, Joey? Have you tried that yet? Have you tried like turning the mic off and back on?
Have you
tried backing a truck up on the mic, Joey?
No, I know I did.
You should back the truck up on the mic.
No, I didn't try.
You should try that.
Aye. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Everybody give a big shout out to Shelby in the chat. Shelby, been
2x pot for Doug.
Yeah, 2x pot on the right hand side.
This is the opposite of small ball poker that Doug is playing.
Yeah, Doug is bringing the fucking heat
Doug
today.
is the long ball poker player.
Yeah, Doug is definitely just rocking the socks off Dan Negreanu so far this match. He's currently at $100,000 stack on both
3-bet pot on the left. We could get that sweet truck crashing.
We have not, yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
It could have happened if Daniel jammed 10s pre.
Well, Daniel does call. Doug does call, rather.
Doug calls. Deuce 4-5. Daniel's going to have some bets and some checks. So the hand like aces is a pretty good check here. Because you're not really protecting for much, and you also have a secret gutter.
A secret gutter?
I'm
with you on that one, yeah.
So Daniel's not really 3-betting that many threes, right? But Doug is going to have some threes in his calling range.
Right.
But most of them don't have that many. What's more of a prevalent thing is a hand like 7-8. So is this a spot where Doug might go for a couple of big bets? I think he starts with a small bet if he does decide to take a stab, if you will. Throw a little feeler bet out there. See where he's at.
Is that how it works? Makes sense. But he does check back, so that doesn't happen. Someone said something about who we're rooting for in the chat. I mean, I'm just rooting for good hands, good action, right? I always have been friends with Doug since 2008, so I'm going to be rooting for Doug. But I'm not necessarily rooting for... I don't know. I mean, how do you not cheer for your friend, right? What kind of sick fucks are you? You guys don't cheer for your friends. You watch them play because you're commentating on YouTube. Like, it doesn't make much sense, right? Landon's impartial. He knows Doug. He knows Daniel. He just wants to see good hands. This kid wants to see some optimal hands being played, and he wants to break them down. That's what he's here for.
I wants to see some.
He loves it.
Actually, I like the spicy hands too, though.
Yeah, he loves the spicy hands.
Like the bet 3 bets.
Yeah. Like
the small bet. I actually had a pretty fun hand I played in the tournament yesterday, 3-handed.
Yeah.
Where I
talk about after this 3-bet pot, you want to tell us about it?
Sure, yeah.
So I want to hear about it. Even though I think I was there.
It was where I KO'd the guy.
Yeah.
I KO'd him.
So Doug, 3 bets, C bets flop, turn.
This is going to be a pretty high frequency check for Doug. He just doesn't have that many 7s, but if he does, he wants to protect and have a 7.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Daniel might check back and also have some stabs because he has a lot of 7s that do call the flop, like 5-7, 6-7, 7-4 suited at some small percentage.
So let's see what happens. Daniel does bet very small,
There he goes.
3,600. It's a lot of pressure on Doug. Let's see what Doug's going to do. He does check call. River's a 9. Backdoor flush gets there. Pot size bet left for Daniel Negreanu.
So, yeah, if Doug backdoors a flush here, he shouldn't be leading because if Daniel has a 7, he should be value betting it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just, Doug just kind of has some bluff catchy type of 2-pair, some small percentage of the time, and would just fold over pairs regardless. Here he goes.
He goes all in.
Here he goes. Get the sound effects potentially. Doug might just call with like aces with a diamond.
Yeah, can he hero call here? Daniel's telling him he's got a straight. Could have a backdoor flush as well too. Let's see what is Doug Polk gonna do. $26,000 bet. He 3-bet pre-flop, bet the flop, check call turn, and now faces an all-in on the river. This could be Daniel Negreanu's time to get some momentum back in the match, take down $8,000 pot himself, and try to get back to even for today's session.
Doug, it looks like Doug might be thinking about a very, very speculative bluff catch.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seems like he might find a hand, like maybe like a hand like pocket 8s, blocking 7-8.
Ooh, okay.
But I doubt it. But Doug's known to not believe, if you will. Ace king with the ace of diamonds.
Nice hand for Daniel. Takes that down. So do you right? He was contemplating the hero call there. And
get it going. Get it going. Get it going. Where's the sound?
The truck.
The truck is swerving.
The truck rolled over and died, passed away. Poor truck. Just like that, Daniel Negreanu.
That's actually a really good value bet by Daniel with the deuces for the deuce straight.
What do you mean?
Daniel,
Is that not normal? A standard bet on the river with the bottom straight?
I think it's very easy to get in your own head and check it back because you think that you're not going to get called by worse.
Mm-hmm.
But it's obviously not the case.
Yeah, I mean, aren't you getting called? So once Doug check calls there, he's saying he has flush draws over pairs, right?
Flush draws over pairs and then some 7x.
Flush draws over pairs 7x.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you're not value betting deuces here, you know?
It's just when you think about it, right? Over pairs on this board are mostly going to be indifferent towards calling or folding.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna probably mix it a little bit,
Okay.
and then like if you roll a pretty high number, probably find a call.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because on that board, it's just kind of unfortunate for the 3-better on the 4 straight. Truck leaving.
They're loving the truck.
Yes, I was waiting for this moment. I knew how hyped the chat was going to be for this very moment in
For
time.
the truck, yeah, I know. Listen, that truck thing's pretty epic, man. I'll tell you guys that right now.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. Someone says thank you, Landon, for saying something good about Daniel. Yeah, I mean, I'm here to see some good poker. I just like watching good poker. If Daniel plays good, he gets the gold star. If Doug plays good, he gets the gold star.
So they're saying that if I ask, that isn't betting their standard when you said it was a good play. Therefore, their perception of that comment is that that's supposed to be some sort of slight.
I don't think it's a slight. I think it's more of just like me being like, yeah, Daniel did something good.
Yeah.
It's not about you. Yeah.
You know these people in the chat, they're fucking weird sometimes. Man, I don't know. They're my guys. I love them a lot, though. I love them a lot, though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them a lot. So left-hand table, Daniel bets that min bet on the turn. Let's see what's happening.
What's happening?
Let's see what's happening.
Was that a bad call from Doug? I don't think it's a bad call at all. I think he was blocking the nut flush there is somewhat important in the sense of blocking Daniel's overall value range.
Mm-hmm.
And on a 4 straight like that, it is kind of easy to go off the rails. And or off the road,
Off the
if you will,
off the road. Okay.
where you can make some speculative calls and you could easily be over bluffing with hands that should probably check back. So it looks like they're taking a break here. An hour has gone by.
Oh, so we're on our first break. Okay, so what happens now? How long is the break? What are we gonna do? Do we want to do like a dance or something like that?
A dance?
Do we want to show them our DJ abilities? Me and Landon have been
Yes.
thinking about starting up our own. We've been thinking about starting up our own DJ group. So me and Landon are gonna be the DJs, and I don't know what we're supposed to do right now. Should we watch some truck video? Let's watch it.
Let's watch some truck videos.
Let's watch some truck videos.
Let's watch some
guys.
truck
I don't know,
videos.
man. Let's watch some truck compilation like that, guys.
Truck-
They are in a break right now.
Just type in YouTube truck highlights.
Why
Just
don't-
truck. Just truck.
Why don't you talk to the chat a little bit? I'm gonna go grab some from the kitchen right here and get some comments there. John L said, "I'm speaking for all of us when I say finally." We have Poppy commenting, "This land is a sweet bonus." Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. It's good to be back, guys. First break of the match so far. Day Negreanu, Doug Polk, day
Oh, he's
6.
back. He's
they're
back.
Oh.
Looks like we're not gonna watch some truck highlights.
Never mind. No truck highlights will be today.
No truck
I'm gonna be
highlights.
streaming all these matches, guys.
But
it's gonna be exciting.
Maybe in 2 days we'll get some truck highlights.
Yeah. We'll
What
have some truck-
we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do is every single day we're gonna find an even better truck video for both parties.
Every day the sound effects are gonna increase. I literally have a book here.
I don't play on stars yet. No.
I have a book here with about 15 suggestions for effects during the show. So listen, they're gonna be coming in here, man. No doubt about it. I'm excited. Daniel with a 3-bet on the right-hand table. So he's back. Quick break. Maybe he didn't wash his hands after that piss break. Doug goes ahead and calls. Maybe Doug took. Who took the break there?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Okay.
Yeah.
Ace 8 board. We know, as Landon told us earlier. Small bet. So it looks like Daniel's going with a lot of 3/4 bet sizes as C bets. On these
He
single rate
likes
flops.
the 20% or the 75%.
Mm.
So Doug has had enough of it and wants to potentially back up a truck or potentially get his own truck off the road.
Oh, he does end up taking that one down.
He ends up backing up like a baby truck.
Right hand table. Daniel C
Like-
bets gets called.
like
Turns
a,
a king.
like a Ford Raptor, if you will.
Yeah.
A Ford, like a Raptor. Backed up a little baby Raptor.
Like a Tesla truck, like when
A
Elon
Cybertruck.
Like when Elon Musk.
Nah,
threw that
that's
wall
a
at
pretty
the-
fucking cool truck.
Okay,
Like
that's a pretty cool truck.
if Daniel checks and Doug goes like 8 times all in, that's a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Doug just has like kings
Yeah.
and gets called by the ace queen, and that it's all over.
Someone said, I look 25. What is my skincare routine? Thank you very much. My skincare routine
Is
is
get the fuck off social media.
Is go outside, get some sun, try to eat healthy. I drink a lot of water, and I also use
work out.
yeah, and work out.
Get in the
get
gym.
active, get movement, get outside a little bit, stretch my feet.
Stretch my feet.
Doug with a $2,800 bet on
Let
the
me-
right hand side.
Here we go.
Or Daniel rather. Doug with a raise here. So remember, 3-bet pre-flop. Daniel small bet, check turn, and river. Doug's gonna get that one through. So chips back up there a little
Yeah,
bit. after losing that
Daniel
big
could be
pot.
bluffing there, and Doug could be like bluffing some smaller pairs, like deuces, 3s, 4s, because you're unblocking his like queen jack kind of garbage, but you also can't call the river playing the board. So that's gonna be a good hand that you're gonna want to try to reverse back up a truck on your opponents with.
That makes sense.
Is the unblockers.
Interesting. Uh-oh.
Doug wants to potentially get the sound. Beep, beep, beep. There it is. I like listening to this sound while we wait to see what happens. Because
And Doug takes it down.
wait, no, it's wrong. That's the wrong one.
Nice hand for Doug. Nice hand. He's up over $100,000, that left-hand table again. So after losing that pot to Daniel, he's chipping back up here.
Jeremy, the Tesla trucks are an aesthetic. Okay, Jeremy.
What do you say?
You don't have to buy a Cybertruck if you think they're ugly.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
okay.
there's a lot of, it makes sense. I could see people. It's a very polarizing truck, I think. I can understand if people didn't like the design.
Doug is quite the polarizing truck himself.
Yeah, Doug.
Doug needs.
is.
What if Doug should buy a Cybertruck? If
Doug
you
should definitely buy a Cybertruck. Yeah, I agree, man. Daniel 3-bet on the left-hand table here.
Robert in the chat, is that Carrot Top? Yes, this is Carrot Top.
Jesus, you're not supposed to comment. You're not supposed to point those comments out.
No, we're gonna point it out.
You know, like Carrot Top. Carrot Top is jacked. That dude is on some juice, man. That dude is
That's
Yeah.
Juice Man.
That is Juice Man.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. That dude is crazy. Daniel, 3-bet left-hand table, 1/4 pot bet, ace 8-9, 2 spades. Doug calls, turn, 10-jack gets there, flush draw gets there as well. Let's see what Daniel's gonna do.
There should be like a poker shares like line on like what the biggest stack one of them is gonna have on the table at one time.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
fun. If they
over
don't
under
reset,
like
yeah.
250K.
That'd be fun. If they don't reset, yeah.
If they don't reset, yeah.
Yeah. So Doug does go checks back the turn. See what Dan Negreanu does.
He goes for the 3-bet here on the right hand side. Ace
Oh,
king.
wow, interesting.
It's a drawing hand.
Yeah.
He
I
drew
mean,
to his ace. Oh shit.
makes sense.
I hit the wrong.
Yeah, hit the wrong button. That's not a sound effect.
I didn't even. I hit this.
Yeah,
this,
you hit the space bar basically. Yeah, it's okay.
Is this a space bar?
Yeah.
This is a space
You
bar.
probably would have hit it. Yeah.
Let me try again.
Yeah. Right hand table.
Yeah.
Daniel c-bets again. 3 bets pre-flop. Another 1/4 pot size bet. Takes it down. Another 3-bet on the left hand table. Action's picking up a little bit.
Are we on delay so our jokes don't get sniped? Listen, Jimi Hendrix
You
fanatic
can't
too.
comment these comments.
No,
Comments are- you can't.
they're fine.
No, they're too.
I know. I don't think that's a
Your
bad one.
comment-
I don't
your
think
comment- your-
I don't think that's a bad. No, I don't think that's a bad
Your
one.
comment response range is questionable.
I'm balanced. You know.
It's very questionable. I need to put you in the lab.
It's
Solve
balanced.
everybody. Very unbalanced. Daniel, another 3-bet left hand table.
Very unbalanced.
Checks it. Turn, king of spades. Let's see if Daniel decides to bet.
Is this a 3-bet pot?
Yeah, 3-bet pot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna want to bet a good bit for like a small size or a bigger size. Like there are deeper, so like it does make sense to try to play for more dollars because you naturally want to set up a lower stack to pot. Because if you have a hand like ace king, pocket 4s, pocket 6s, you want to get all the money, and it's obviously harder to do that when the stack to pot is higher. Jack on the river, queen 10 does indeed get there. Daniel has some queen 10s in range. He could go for the psycho 1.6x all in.
You think Daniel has it in him?
He definitely has it in him. I don't know how much he does it.
Well, we
but
did
it's
not see
there.
Here.
Doug might just do it now. Doug might just have the queen 10 of spades.
Let's see what Doug does.
Doug
So,
might just...
bet pre-flop. Check on the flop.
No, ace queen.
Okay.
Ace queen's going to win it. He did have a queen.
Nice hand for Daniel.
That's an
takes it down.
That's an interesting check on the river. I think it's like blocking ace king is nice. Blocking queen 10 is also nice, and it's very likely that Doug is going to have a hand like 9x that calls flop and turn, and then is put in a pretty tough spot on the river. So I'm pretty sure ace high does definitely mix some checks on the river because you do some showdown like you just won, but most of the time you're not going to win that pot with ace high.
So you think that sometimes you're going to check low frequency then? So you're going to be betting more of ace queen on the river?
I think on the river you're probably going to check a lot because you just do have some showdown, but I can also see it firing a bluff.
Makes sense.
For like an all-in sizing. Because
okay.
Cause you just blocked the queen 10. I think if he had...
Daniel...
I think if he had the... Sorry. I'm thinking the queen of spades or the 10 of spades, it'd be a pretty solid all-in candidate. Because you're blocking Doug from having his only reasonable combo, queen 10.
That makes sense.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, especially on the turn. The turn backdoor flush draw comes
Exactly.
in. Gets there. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So Doug, overbet on the left-hand side, takes that pot down as well. Ray Letterman says, "Hey, Papi, hope you're doing amazing, man. I'll be missing you and shit. Thank you, Ray. If you guys want to follow me, I do post some stuff on Instagram, even though I haven't posted on Instagram in a long time. But I've been posting there lately, past couple days. Back on Twitter a little bit, too. Probably won't be doing my usual volume on those social media platforms. I'm definitely going to focus more on getting my business in order and getting my life in order a little bit more, maintaining my habits, and staying a little more balanced as opposed to obsessively unbalanced as I've been in the past.
4-bet pot here from Daniel.
Amen.
4-bet pot here.
A balanced 4-bet.
$10,736.
Takes it down. Nice hand by Daniel.
Going Daniel's way.
So it looks like here, boys, that...
That's like if the truck had like an oil problem.
when you lose to it and you 4-bet, when you 3-bet, get 4-bet.
It's not like a big truck off, like derailing of the truck. It's not like a flat tire or anything.
Makes sense.
But it's like something's off a little bit.
Okay. We're gonna need to work on this.
Yeah. We'll figure
If
it
anyone
out.
wants to help us write truck jokes,
Right.
we're more than happy to hire you.
More trucks are better.
Landon just won a tournament last night for $200,000. The guy's got a budget now to spend a little bit. And
We got some truck. We
We
backed up the truck on them.
he backed up the truck on them last night by doing all these nice things against him. Do you want to talk about that after we see this small pot here?
Sure.
So Doug 3-bets, C-bet small.
Turns an ace. This is going to be a spot where you actually kind of want to chuck in some really small bets and maybe go like 20%, 25%. Also have some checks, of course, but Doug decides to go for the polarizing big bet because they are extremely deep, being 150 big blinds deep on the turn.
Mm-hmm.
But in the big, like higher SPRs, you're going to want to play a little bit more passively because getting all the money in, you're going to have a pretty nutted hand or one of the best bluff candidates you could have because you're just risking so much. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're playing PLO like 200 big blinds deep.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going for an all-in on the river as a bluff, you're not taking the non-nut blocker.
Right.
You got to take the nut flush blocker.
You always bet pot with a nut flush blocker to roll top.
Strategy corner with
300 big
Joey.
blinds deep.
Strategy corner.
How do I get a 300 big blind
Bluff
in there somehow? That's basically how pot minimum help
nut
works.
flush blocker.
Talking to you makes me really like Nolan Hold'em.
It's a great game. Get the fucking hat.
Okay, fine. I'll get the hat.
How did you not
I'm trying
get
to
the
show
hat?
off the hair. Look at this. I mean, I do need a little cut, but whatever. We got some action. I'll get the hat for this.
All right, I'm gonna wear the hat.
All right,
I'm
Doug
gonna wear the hat.
with the 4-bet on the left-hand side takes it down. Right-hand side, Daniel 3-bets pre-flop. C-bets small flop. Turn is the jack. King Queen gets there. 10-jack makes 2 pair. Doug's certainly capable of having.
Look at this hat. Look at this. This is
Oh
a fashion
my God.
statement.
Why are you putting the Nolan Hold'em hat on, guys?
This is my hat now. Shelby, what are your thoughts on the hat?
This is not your hat. What the hell is going on? You look like
It's kind of small.
you look like that guy in Blow, like Johnny Depp in Blow in the '60s when he went to move
Like
to
a Johnny
California and
Depp.
he was selling cocaine. He was selling weed, and then he met that
I
hairstylist
feel
guy.
that vibe too. I feel like the weed vibe.
I could definitely see you.
Like a weed salesman.
You look
A
like
traveling salesman.
You look like Okay.
I got something to sell.
You definitely look like you got something to sell for sure. The Nolan
I
Hold'em
got
hat,
some.
guys.
I got some trucks. I got some trucks for sale.
we call this Nolan Hold'em hat. It's a legendary hat on my content, and Landon has decided to take it on. Normally, I wear this hat when I watch Nolan Hold'em, but let me see if the hat looks better on. Guys, now you've seen that, right? Let's see if the hat looks better on. What do you guys think? B, you guys give me your votes. 1 in the chat if you think Landon looks better with the hat on. 2 if you think I look better with the hat on. Okay. Aye. Pick up the action here, guys. Looks like Doug up a little bit of money right now. Wouldn't say he's up a ton, though. But he is going to pull off a nice little nifty check raise on the left-hand side.
Doug's going for that spicy check raise.
See what happens here. Backdoor flush gets there. 9-10 gets there.
It's more prevalent of backdoor straights and flushes getting there, of course. Like the 5-7 getting there is not really. I'll have to see the whole hand again, but straights and flushes getting there are not the greatest for Daniel because he's going to have less by comparison. Daniel might throw in a spicy little all-in with a hand like ace-10.
Daniel's not going to go all in here.
A little all-in with the ace of diamonds.
The guy's never
10
going
of
all.
hearts.
If he goes all in, I'll play tournaments for 1 week. Okay? He calls.
With Jack 8. Doug turns his hand into a bluff. Daniel gets it done.
Daniel. Great call by Daniel Negreanu right there.
The King 8 seems spice. There is some spice here with the King 8.
Very strange hand. Okay.
I think he probably. I think
Pick this up here again, guys. So min bet on the flop. Daniel's got the second pair. Turn, check, river. Daniel makes the 2 pair. Doug makes the King 8 and decides to check raise really big there.
So let me go back to the turn real quick. Or go back to the flop actually.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Click the button.
Okay.
Okay, call. Okay.
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 Okay. What's happening here,
It's
kid?
interesting
So
because
he's got the King of Diamonds in his hand.
it seems like on these backdoor flush completing rivers, a good amount of the time, you're going to want to put in like a small little block bet, so to speak, because you're going to want to try to get some value from hands that would naturally check back, like a jack, or at some point even like a 6 that turns a pair, like a 6x of spades type of hand. And him, I think that the king of diamonds is kind of cool because obviously you're blocking flushes, but you're also blocking a hand like king 10. But that doesn't really matter, right? Because most of Daniel's king 10 is going to be betting the turn with king high and open-ended draw. So it's a pretty spicy kind of play, and he also does block 2 pairs on the river. Like he blocks a hand like Jack 8, which makes a lot of sense because Daniel would mostly bet value with his 2 pairs on the turn.
So he's trying to get him off.
He's trying to get him off a queen.
A queen.
A queen.
And you think Daniel will play a min bet with a queen, to min bet top pair on the flop, check back turn?
I think he might just be like min betting range to some capacity, like just betting really small, like a 20% pot with overall range. So he's gonna have queens and he's gonna have jacks, but it definitely is a little interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm sure.
When we say bet with overall range, meaning that he's gonna min bet with whatever hand he has. Meaning if he has aces, if he has top pair, if he's got no pair. So if he's betting, snap call on the right hand side. Doug.
What happened here? Replay booth. Replay booth. Replay. Go go go. How do we show the chat? The replay? There. Okay. Play. Click the refresh button.
I got it, Poppy.
Let's do it.
What are you talking about? It's my first time
No,
replaying the
I'm
game.
just
You're
interested.
fired up right
I'm
now.
fucking yeah.
You're like ready to see these fucking hands here.
I am. Okay. So Doug goes for this 40% pot with 7. Checks the turn.
2 pair on the river.
Daniel checks. Huh.
Daniel has the blocker, a Portland Omaha play.
Huh. Then again, this is a spot with king 6 that you might want to block bet the river, and then if raised, find a 3-bet, like repping a straight.
Well, we have
what do you think Daniel does if he rivers a straight in that spot? Most of the time, do you think he bets or checks?
Probably checks.
You think so?
Maybe. I'm kidding. Probably bets.
So like, if he's mostly
I'm also trying to follow this hand right now too.
if he's mostly betting a straight on the river, he should probably follow the same thing with his bluffs.
That makes sense. Maybe he's checking a straight on the river then.
He might be.
Maybe
Well,
he
he might
thinks
be
he is.
mixing some.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting to think about. Though,
It's a reason. It's the reason why when you see some hands like people check really strong hands on the river in order to make these kind of interesting like river raises where like it's like, oh, like you're repping this or nothing. Sometimes you actually have to have it because if you always have nothing, it never works.
Yeah.
You got to have the goods sometimes, as they say.
Well, Doug has the goods. He makes the backdoor straight on the left-hand table and takes that pot down. Got a little tricky with the check.
See? Tricky checks.
Someone suggested I put the replayer above us when we're commentating. We do that, yeah. I don't really mind. I think if we miss any hands, then I can always pull it back. I'll try that out too. But yeah, Landon is Landon's a Nolan Hold'em professional around here. I play the great game of Portland Omaha. We get to merge combine. So luckily, I know a lot of really great questions to ask. And Landon loves
Joey just gives me softballs. You know?
I know. You guys don't understand.
You guys don't understand like how easy Joey makes this. They're just like, oh yeah, Landon's a fucking genius. Like no, like Joey asks the good questions. I just have the answers.
Well, I know all the questions.
It's like I'm asking the chat like addition problems, and then like everyone in like ninth grade is like, this kid's a fucking genius, and it's like. No.
Yeah. No, you are, though, too. Don't lie.
Sure.
Left-hand table. A couple pots brewing here. Daniel 3-bets right-hand side. Left-hand side, Doug's going to go ahead and make a bet. $1,700. And Daniel lays it down. So Doug getting that momentum back on his side right now. Ben Williams says, welcome back, Joey. Shout out to the Nolan Hold'em hat. Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you very much.
I think if I got a haircut, the hat would look better. But like,
on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got a haircut, you're gonna.
You know
look
what?
So different.
What if I just had like long hair on like the sides of my head, but like right here is all bald for that hat specifically. So like the hat fit, but I look like I had long hair.
That sounds like you're from Florida, buddy.
It sounds like a psycho haircut. No, it's a no one haircut.
Crazier Midwest haircut or something like that.
It's just an idea to be able to fashionably wear that hat.
I'm all for it, buddy. If you want to do that, it's fine.
I don't want to do that.
Well, here we go. We might have something brewing on the right hand side. Daniel bet big on the turn. Doug just calls. Daniel checks. He's going to show down king queen. Chop it up. Both players king queen. Left hand table. Daniel overbet.
The truck is in park.
Let's see here. Daniel $7,400 on the turn into a $5,000 pot. And Doug does call. River comes down to 10. Uh-oh. This could be all in here from Daniel. More ace jacks in his range.
Very well could be. Some jack 8s, not that prevalent. I don't think Daniel is going to do with jack 8, but jack 8 would be a pretty solid hand to go for an overbet because you have future blockers to a lot of these straights that come in. You know what I mean? Like, let's say like a 4 comes, or a 6, or an 8. Like a hand that then has blockers to straights when you have straights in range. So very solid hand to do something like that with.
Right. So if you're going to be overbetting as a bluff there, jack 8 might be one of the hands to include on the turn.
Yeah.
Well,
depending on the suit.
3/4 pot here from Daniel. He's saying he's got a very strong
wish we
hand.
had like something to play, like a sound effect when Daniel made like big bets on the river. We have to figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out
because
the sound
I like when if Doug bets in this spot, we get the truck sound
we get the
going.
truck backed up. That's true. We need a sound effect for Daniel Negreanu, guys. If you have any suggestions and something in line,
that's like crazy, not a troll. Like troll. No masterclass theme song. Like dun, 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 dun. That might be good.
Money. Those guys are probably doing very well. They spend so much money on masterclass ads that. Jay Hendrick says, Joe, are you surprised at the quality of D-Neg's online play overall? I mean, I think it's a better question for Landon. Landon, what do you think about his play so far from what you've been seeing?
He's playing good. I think he's playing pretty solid. He's just kind of having some balanced checkbacks, maybe in some cases checking back too much because he wants Doug to kind of blast off a little bit. But it looks like he's playing pretty well in some ways, and Daniel's he's only going to get better the more he plays. So it's just going to be a constant stream of improvement for both of them.
Right.
And it's just going to, more spicy hands are going to get played. Doug is, get the sound.
Another overbet here.
Yeah.
From Doug Polk, 7,000, takes it down, and he's over $100,000 in his chip stack. So we saw him on that right-hand table lose that big pot to Daniel, but now he's pretty much got all that money back, and looks like he's going to be up just a little bit amount of money, probably under a buy-in right now.
Yeah, it's been like a pretty back-and-forth kind of session with Doug rivering that king with aces to beat the queen 5, and Daniel flopping quads with 10s, which was mostly a jam pre. So that was a little spice ball there from Daniel throwing in some, because like 10s didn't seem like one of those hands you want to chop with, right? Like over half the time a Broadway card's going to appear on flop, and then you're kind of in a spicy spot,
right?
Like on like a queen, like we've all had 10s on queen 6-4 and they bet jam on us, and then we're like,
what do you do?
Well, fuck.
Do you call or do you fold? What do you do?
Depends on suits probably.
Okay.
It depends on bet sizes.
That makes sense. I'm ready to play some Hold'em here, guys. I'm ready.
Yeah, you got a fucking tournament. You have a tournament to play.
Any Alv says, hi, Joe. I'm Queen CUNY that played versus Douglas on an ACR. Welcome back. You are the Supreme Leader. Okay, well, we might have a new Supreme Leader in the house. And it's me.
It's you. It's me.
Doug takes on, or Daniel takes on a pot left-hand side there. 2-pair. The German 2-pair, top and bottom pair, it looked like.
How did you come up with that slogan?
I've got sayings for every possible hand combination. Some are crazy. The Colombian submarine. You ever heard that one before? You ain't seen that? Mexican tunnel, right? Like the drug tunnel.
Enlighten me.
I can't. Another day, man. You know the Colombian submarine is. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying watching this, make sure you smash the like button on the channel. Really helps the channel out. Good to be back. It's my first video I've made in about 2 months now. Took a long break from the social media platforms. Took a long break from Twitter. A long break from, what the hell happened in that hand? A long break from figuring out what the hell ever happened in that hand.
Well, you're not taking a long break at all. You're trying to instantly find the replayer.
I know. What happened there?
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Check, check. Check, check. River, Doug goes pot, and Daniel owns him.
Daniel does not believe.
7-3. Nice hand. So Daniel...
He did not believe.
Yeah. Owns him hard with the bottom pair. Nice call by Daniel Negreanu right there.
3-bet pot. Daniel 3-bet on the left side. 160-ish big blinds deep.
Yeah, we're seeing some deep play right now, Landon, here on that left-hand table.
Yeah.
Right-hand table, Daniel also 3-bets. Bets 1/4 pot. Left-hand table, Daniel checks it. Dan McCormick says, Joey drank from my Run It Up Reno Championship Cup. What a fun guy. Shout out to Don. I do remember that. That was a lot of fun, man. You know, it was a
You're
crazy
sitting
night.
on the line.
It was a crazy night that night, man.
So Daniel checks the flop. Okay. Turn. This does fall in line. Deeper stack. You're gonna want to have a lot of checks.
First continuation betting at very high frequency.
Right,
on
because
these,
the stack to pot is higher.
Mhm.
So you're gonna want to have some checks, some more checks, but you also want to have some check raises.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have some pretty, because you're trying to lower the SPR when you have the polar ends of your range.
Makes sense.
Like the gut shot straight flushes and the sets.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
the two
you're
pairs.
going with a range. You're on this board, this steep. You have some small bets. You have some check raises.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Makes sense. Interesting. Sounds challenging to balance. Yeah, that's what makes it fun, though, right?
It's fucking tough, man. Poker's hard. Poker. You remember that video you made?
Poker is fucking hard.
You're just on a playground, like
I'm
riding
on a
the
playground.
dinosaur.
That's all we had. Me and Joe. Shout out to Big J, Hungry Man. Oh yeah, people. I helped to produce a music video over my break when I was out cold. But we'll get to that afterwards. Right hand side, Doug Polk overbets. Left hand table, Doug Polk goes for that 2/3 pot.
Oh, he goes for the check all the way down.
Wow.
He laid the trap. Get the truck.
Which truck?
To get the one of him falling.
That's not a falling off the railroad truck.
It's like we need to find a middling sized truck then.
We need to find a smaller truck then for hands like that. Yeah, Daniel. Wow.
He goes for the
triple check.
He laid the twigs and branches, and Doug fell into them. He said, "Come this way."
And he takes it down. Nice play by Daniel.
Come this way.
He knew Doug didn't have anything there.
And then he strikes.
Yeah. I mean,
no mercy.
That is a great spot for it too, right? Opponent checks back flop and checks back turn.
In some cases, but then again, what do we have?
Mm-hmm.
What hands do we have in our range that want to take this line?
Right.
Not very many.
Yeah, so it's
almost
full
zero.
Of shit versus full of shit, right?
Right. It's like I know you have nothing and you can't call me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hands like that in poker.
Of course. It's like the Roble versus Matt Kirk hand.
Yeah.
There was one where like they just went out like psycho mode with like 8 high versus queen high,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like they both thought each other were fucking around,
Mm-hmm.
but one of them had a queen and the other one had an 8. So the queen took it down.
That's a classic hand. It's a really beautiful hand that played on one of the Poker Central shows.
Yeah.
Joseph Jerome said, "Yo, Joey, read your post a couple days ago. Big love for all the content. Hope you take it easy." Thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. Much love, buddy. Much love.
Doug goes to the block bet with the 10 and gets called by probably an 8 or a 6 or some ace highs that are non-believing.
Yeah, nice hand there for Doug. Picked up a little pot there, $8,000 pot.
So I think that's something that most people might end up doing heads up is when the queen hits the river, not value bet their hand because they think, oh, like this guy just has a queen now.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, you could just block bet and you get called by hands that would check back originally. Like you're basically setting your own price for a showdown. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's a new thing. You guys are always talking about that when
block bets are great.
Study and stuff like that. Yeah, like river
I'm a
block
very
bets are
big
fascinating.
fan.
I know
of
you
the
talk
block
about block bets so much that
I used to not. I used to not like them because I used to think, oh, these guys just called a block bet.
Yeah.
But in reality, you just lay them such a good price. If they fold too much,
mm-hmm. Well,
then you're printing. Like they're supposed to call a lot, and if they don't meet the amount they're supposed to call, you're doing well.
What's the bottom of the calling range there then?
Like ace high.
On this one, ace high. So you're calling all pairs. So when this goes check, when it goes check bet, check bet.
Let's
call
play the
on
hand
flop.
again. Let's play the
Well,
hand.
wait, check bet, call on the flop.
Okay.
Check on the turn, and then Doug bet. What?
He bet like 1/3 pot.
1/3 pot in the river.
Yeah, I
so
think
you're
ace
calling any pair in Daniel's spot and ace highs.
I think so.
King highs.
Probably not.
Okay.
You can probably get away with folding.
So you're
highs.
calling all pairs and ace high.
And some good ace highs, yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Like
and you don't think people are calling that enough?
You want to have an ace high that's not matched with the low card, like an ace 3, right? Because you want to have 3-5,
Mm-hmm.
3-4, those sort of hands. But you also want to have a 7, or a 9, so you block the nuts, like you block a straight
Mm-hmm.
from being possible.
So
It's just all these little things that kind of help make some some lighter calls Yeah.
That makes sense. And you think people are just folding? They're not calling enough ace highs. They're not calling enough deuces here. They're not calling enough sixes here.
100%.
Okay, makes sense. So that means you can overexploit them.
In some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Makes sense. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we are on break here, guys. Oh no, we're break up actually. Never mind. Bruce Banner said, yo, thank you very much for the replays. As a non-poker player, non-pro player fan, I can't possibly keep up with the boards. Yeah, you're very welcome. I know it's definitely can be challenging.
Daniel's back. He went to go get a drink.
Yeah, for the replays. I mean, we love replaying the hands, right? One guy says, why replay? Other guy says, we want replays. I think everyone out there is different. I certainly want to replay these big hands. I'd like to see what happens. Hands. Yeah, I like the interesting hands too. And if anything we miss, we can always pick it up. So they're back in the mix here. They are playing. It looks like they probably, I think Daniel's actually going to be up a little bit of money here.
It looks, well, we can check
maybe,
on the upswing then.
No, they said they were behind them there, though. They're just doing the same way we're doing it.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. I'd say it's pretty near even, or Doug might be up a little bit.
They should get a guy that can, that looks like records. That records like every pot, and then
that would be nice, wouldn't it? Mike, my man Mike Delvecchio, what's up, Poppy? What's happening? He says, welcome back, Poppy. What's up, brother? Pierre Palm, good afternoon, Joey. Good to see you back in the YouTube streets. Kindest regards, much love, Pierre. Thank you very much, brother. Left-hand table, Doug Polk goes to the overbet. $5,100. Takes it down. Nice hand. Nice hand.
Can we get some? We need to get some like emotes. Have I sent you the cat jam emote?
Yeah.
It's like the cat and just.
Yeah.
That's my favorite emote.
Okay, perfect. Well,
so
then we'll get some.
We'll get some like small little cat jams.
Let's do it.
Shout out to Button Clicker. That's my guy. He wanted a shout out, so
shout out to Button Clicker. We like Button Clicker.
We do.
A child of the sim.
Yes.
Right hand table. Pot brewing here, boys. $10,000, $40,000 behind. Doug, I think check raise flop, bets small in the turn. Daniel folds quickly, and Doug takes down another pot. Nice hand. Stephen Crum says you guys got to have a replay. You guys have way more knowledge than the average viewer, so it makes perfect sense to get some analysis from people who actually know what they're talking about. I agree completely. It's true. Me Not Really says, where you been? You look 15 years younger with this new hair. What did I do to my hair? I cut it and I'm shaved, basically. Yeah, I always look at this. When I take care of myself and
you just look younger. You just
self-care.
Yeah.
I just look younger. I love it.
You just stayed away. You stayed away from the Twitter lifestyle for a little bit, and
yeah. What's this min bet fold on the left hand? What the fuck was that? Like chip dumping? What's happening there, buddy?
Yes, Button Clicker from Finland. Yes, him. What happened here?
Turn goes check call, and river, he bets.
He just has a lot of 5x's.
So he bets $500.
That appears to be the case.
That
is an interesting one.
This is a game. I love it. This game's kind of fun. I'm ready to play you. Remember we played Heads Up PL that one time on the app for practice?
Yeah, you wrecked me.
No, you did well. You held your own.
I think.
Yeah, you didn't really know how to play.
I still don't know how to play.
Yeah, that's true. But it was fun though.
All I know is someone in this room has to play an MTT today, and it's not me.
It's okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I know I lost a bet earlier today. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, guys. Big shout out to Landon once again. If you guys missed it, Landon had a very nice night last night. Took down his first tournament ever, the $1,100 MSPT at the Venetian, 3 a.m. in Vegas.
Sorry. It really was my first tournament in Vegas.
I know. First tournament in Vegas, took it down for $200,000. We were there on the rail. It was a lot of fun.
Until they almost kicked you out.
Until they almost kicked us out. Left-hand table, pot brewing. Daniel check raises, gets called. River, the straight misses, 6-7 misses. Flush draw misses as well.
The little wheel is there.
The wheelie dealie's there.
The wheelie dealie is there.
And Daniel Betts takes it down. But yeah, tell us about one of the hands last night, man. What happened?
Yeah, so I guess going back to the block bets on the river idea, I played a hand blind on blind, 3-handed, and there's 91K locked.
In the tournament,
yes, in the tournament. I had 10-7 off, and I raised small blind versus big blind. The big blind called. Flop was 7-6 deuce, rainbow. It's a better board for him than it is for me, so I check.
Mm-hmm.
He checks back. The turn is a 7, which is better for him than me again, because he's going to have a lot of like deuce X, 6X hands that he's going to want to check the flop with some percentage, and also might over bluff a 7 as well, because I'm not really checking that many 7s. So I check the turn. He checks. River is a jack. So it's 7-6 deuce 7 jack. I bet like 1/4 pot with a 7, and he raises. And I was like, okay, this seems like he has a jack, or it seems like he's bluffing. And our hand is very severely under repped.
Mm-hmm.
So I
And you have trip 7s.
I have trip 7s. I have a very good hand, blind on blind. So all the marbles went in the middle, and he called a king jack, and it was all over.
So are you saying that his call?
I think his call is good.
Yeah. So he rivers top pair with the king kicker, board 7-6 deuce, turn 7, river jack, and you block. He raises for value. You go all in. He calls. Normal play by both players there.
Yeah, it's also tough because I am gonna have block bet 3-bet bluffs, but I don't know how many I actually have in that spot in the tournament. At least when I don't need to take it.
Yeah.
When they're versus the people I'm playing in the tournament. So it's just a really kind of sick spot. He definitely has to raise the river for value because I could be betting some hands like a 6 for value and just trying to get him to call with ace high. But when I put in the 3-bet, he just has to think that I'm capable of bluffing, which I am, to make the call.
Right.
Because
you definitely are.
Because I'm never going to jam a jack there on the river.
Right.
Because I'm only getting called by better hands. Unless he's a sicko and finds like an ace high, like I don't believe
So he might think in that spot that.
Like most of my bluffs are going to come from a pair that I'm representing a boat with. Right? So most of my bluffs are going to block full houses. So ace high doesn't even beat those.
Right.
So he's going to have to call with some weird hand like a pocket 5s on that board to kind of find a hero.
If he had pocket 5s.
But he wouldn't.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying he's not having 5s. But
Okay.
like he'd have to think that like I was kind of insane and like
With pocket 5s?
no, I was like insane with like a deuce. But he can't call with ace high.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like
I think it just seems like
it's just a tough spot.
You're a crazy fucking guy, and he had top pair he called. That's how I think the thought process for him was kind of going.
Crazy guy.
Yeah, you're a crazy guy. Left hand table, Negreanu attacking.
Negreanu is going for the raise.
So what's the takeaway from there?
From that hand?
From what you just said, yeah.
Well, the idea would be to bet small with good hands, so people can't raise
right.
you.
You're not only when you do block bet, you want to have some really strong
right.
hands
You want to have good hands.
Right.
Because most of the time in lower stakes play and live poker specifically.
4-bet. 4-bet.
Get the truck, and then I'll say my point.
He calls.
Oh,
This could be it.
did Doug just 4-bet, right?
Yeah, Doug 4-bet. Daniel called, $44,000 behind. What's going to happen here? The truck is pulling into the station right now. He's backing up, preparing to take a load off. He bets 1/5 pot.
Yep.
Will the truck delivery make it to the bank? Uh-oh, Daniel calls.
The queen turn is actually pretty solid for Daniel because he's going to have more queen X than overpairs.
Okay.
But Doug is also going to have like ace queen and stuff too. But this is a pretty easy spot to check and then see what happens. It's also nice if Daniel has a hand like 10s to where a second queen makes it less likely Doug has a queen. But this is a very interesting board texture.
Well, here we go. Doug does check back. Queen, 8-8 deuce, 4-bet pot pre-flop. Check call on the flop by Daniel. Little over a pot-sized bet left here. Daniel, very
I
small
like this
bet,
bet.
$6,800.
I like this bet. He's pressuring hands like 10s, jacks, ace highs. I'm a fan. Look, there it is, the block bet.
The block bet and the 4-bet pot. The truck has been backing up. This truck is on a fucking runway right now, waiting to get delivered. Will all
There it
in?
is.
Here we go.
All in.
Wow. Doug Polk checks back turn, shoves the river versus the block bet. You got to have some strong hands in your block bet range, as Landon just said. Do you think he's got an 8 maybe? A flush?
I think you could have an 8. Or
He
a flush.
folds, takes it down.
A flush is actually very possible.
Aye. Big pot goes Doug Polk's
I
way.
like how for this YouTube channel, it's like a 6,000 subscribers special of having these. It's like a special. It's like a special treat for you today is these sounds. Enjoy them.
Nice hand for Doug Polk. Takes it down. Looks like he goes back in the lead for this match. What a sick hand right there. I would love to know what Daniel Negreanu had there. I would say a flush.
Flush is very possible.
Flush is very possible, yeah. Would you fold an 8 there?
No.
No. Okay.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay. Gauntlet said D-Nex had aces. Could it? Maybe. I don't know. I never know.
Potentially,
yeah. Potentially could have aces, yeah. Potentially. But right now, Doug Polk back in the lead for the match.
The thing about aces in that spot, you're blocking 2 ace high hands that you want him to call the block bet with, which is a problem. Like, I'd rather have kings if I was Daniel and block bet because I can get called by like the ace jack high. But if I have 2 aces, it's way less likely I get called by ace high.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
you would just not bet aces in the river?
In aces, I would check.
Check, okay.
I would check call, depending on the bet size.
But kings, you're more likely to. What about jacks?
Jacks would be a solid bet too, because you get value from 10s and 9s that he's 3-betting, and you also get value from ace high.
He 4-bet there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think Doug's 4-bet
like Doug could 4-bet 9s.
Yeah, okay.
He has it in him.
He definitely does. Jason Gallagher, Joey, and Landon making my night. Thank you.
He might not though. He might not though, but like that's kind of the problem with not having whole cards. We kind of have to do our best, like what we think is going to happen here.
Well, here we go. Another check raise from Doug Polk on the left-hand side. And takes another pot down. Doug Polk is putting a foot pedal to the metal right now.
He's putting his foot down.
He is putting his foot
he is
on
backing
the gas
up
pedal
said
of the
truck.
And he is backing up the truck right now to the tune of being
I really want a Daniel sound effect.
He's getting its sound effects. We have a sound effect for Daniel. We just need a big pot to go his way. He's only really won one big pot. He had pocket tens. That was a nice pot, and he had that other big pot that he played. Took it down. Nice hand. Cathal Murray, thank you very much. Much love, Cathal. Much love. Uh-oh, D-Nex had enough. He raises, gets snap called, and you know what?
By had enough?
You know what? You know what? We're going to play it.
In honor.
In honor of Daniel Negreanu taking down a pot, we're going to play it.
Look at it.
Oh, the wheel.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
The truck blew out a tire on the way to the factory, on the way to deliver it.
I like how it's delivering lumber.
We need to find one that's delivering money.
It's like a truck. We need to find a Brinks truck. Look up like Brinks truck crash.
Okay. Good idea. Look out, Brinks
truck crash.
Or like a robbery or something like that. Oh, there might actually be one.
Wait, go up. Drivers stop to grab cash from armored truck. That's Doug. That's how Doug sees this match right now. Is he's stopping on the road, collecting the cash.
The truck derailed. Doug was bringing some lumber in for a delivery. Listen, the guy's a commodity trader. He'll trade anything, right? If you're gonna give him some money, Doug will bring you out your goods, right? Whether it's wheat, whether it's corn, whether it's bread, whether it's lumber, whether it's money,
whether it's weed.
Probably not. You think? I mean, I don't.
No,
think
probably
so.
not.
No, probably
not. Probably not. Not weed.
Probably not.
No.
Shouts my man David Paredes out there. What's up, buddy? What's happening? What's going on? How's it going, man? Yeah, this is they're not resetting stacks at all. I love it. This is great.
No, they're just playing to the death.
Yeah.
Fighting to the death.
As they said, Truth Seeker said it's funny how they acted like buddies in the live segment. Yeah, when they went to go play live, what were you guys expecting? Were you expecting like I
don't think anybody expected like just blatantly rude behavior, but they definitely didn't expect to see like the friend vibe.
Yeah.
Of just like chatting it up, having fun.
How's your wife doing?
Yeah.
You have any kids? How about that Bitcoin?
How about that Bitcoin?
Can you believe what's happening in the presidential election? You think there's going to be civil unrest? What do you think's going to happen?
Please don't back the truck up on me.
Please don't back the truck up on me. Did you mean all those things that you were saying to me online, Daniel? Online, Doug? Or did you talk about that?
Probably not.
What would you talk about if you had like a death match with someone and you finally saw them in person?
I wouldn't talk about anything. I would just play them.
You just play them, yeah.
I would just. It does make. Honestly, like the heatedness does make for good content. There's got to be like some like blow up, be like fuck yous and some like.
Do we like this better?
Yes, I do.
Ooh, wait, is this kind of sexy? Look at this, sexy. Look at WSOP.com, really going all out, giving us 4 table themes. God, you guys are great. Thank you, WSOP.com, for giving us 4 table themes to choose from. Oh, that's beautiful. We can get a green theme. Ooh, look at that.
That one is a good one too.
We can get a whatever color this theme is. I like it. And we can get a black theme. Yeah, I don't know. Do you like this one better?
Let's let the chat decide.
Okay, you guys decide. Do you want the
Pick
red?
1, 2, 3, or 4, and then we'll decide which
Just
one.
put a color.
Yeah.
Red, green, like whatever color you might think this is, and then
That one.
and then this one. You
That,
guys
this
tell
one
me.
looks nice, actually.
Black is better. 4 cards pop more. Yeah, I like this one too. Why'd they put these lights on the edge?
To hype it up, give it some hype.
I guess. I mean,
It's like an LED table.
this is like disrespectful. I think. Like we only have 4. I'm on the World Series of Poker app. They got a Play Money app.
4 table themes.
Yeah, I know. They said they like green, black, green, black, green, black.
Oh, look, it's Brendan in the chat. Shout out to Brendan.
Shout out to Brendan.
Computer building animal. Gorilla.
Right hand table. Daniel 3 bets again. Jack 10 deuce board. 52,000 behind. All right, there's a lot of colors. Black is better. Okay, we need like a poll or something like that.
A straw poll.
Straw poll. 2/3 pot from Daniel. Doug click fold, takes it down. So Doug, kind of chip back up there a little bit. You guys can see he's up to 60K, 65K. They are getting deep. We're gonna less likely to see all-ins here. We have not really seen.
Are we less likely to see all-ins, Joey? No.
Yeah.
No.
Are we not? You don't think so?
I think the Doug might just find a 10x.
Well,
all-in.
we're seeing some action here, boys. Another 3-bet from Daniel.
It's true. I would need a hype man, and then Joey would have to.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you play against one of these Europeans, I'm definitely gonna be the hype man. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably nice guy.
Well, I'm gonna be the hype man though too.
It's true.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep black on here for. We'll just go all colors, guys. We'll go green a little bit later. We'll go black a little bit now. Kind of ride the wave a little bit. See how we're vibing. See how we're feeling. Shout out Johnny Vibes.
Hoodie.
I got the Johnny Vibes hoodie on. This is the hoodie I wore in Park City when I was ready to. I almost jumped off the mountain. I was ready to just.
Off of Poker Mountain.
No, just the mountain in general. I couldn't take it. I was like, man, you know what? Beat down, man. Life's all out of line. Processes are chaotic.
But now you're back.
But now I'm back. Well, I mean, I wasn't planning to come back, but when Doug and Daniel were playing the challenge, I felt like I couldn't sit this one out for the historical purposes. So I basically did like a week crash course where I got myself back in gear, ready mentally to get back in the content streets, get back there.
Crash course on how to
how
balance your life.
You got to get a lot of energy. Yeah, you got to try to. I'm trying to still keep my daily habits, take care of my health, look forward to the future, work on my business, work on my product. Studying a lot as well too. We're putting a lot of hours in the lab, man. I'm studying all the time. You see my notebooks, my books, everything, man.
I do.
My buddy Cam in the chat. You met Cam. You met Cam at dinner at my house over my break.
Oh,
man.
that's Cam.
Yeah.
Super Cam.
Shout out to Cam, former member of the GTO club. He took me. We went shooting actually. Went to the gun range here.
I heard about that.
First time I ever went to the gun range. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to go back again. 4-bet here from Doug Polk, right hand side.
Get the sound. Get the sound.
This could be it. They are very deep stacked, puts a lot of pressure on Daniel Negreanu, and he does lay it down. Very nice hand for Doug. So Doug had some momentum on his side, but Daniel's fighting back right now. I think Doug's up. Maybe a buy-in, maybe a little bit less right now.
Someone in the chat asked if I know Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah is one of my really good friends, and he was actually my coach for a couple months. He did some sort of little coaching project, and I was involved in that.
Nice.
And Jeremiah's a fucking beast, man.
Yeah.
He just
Killing it right now, huh?
Jeremiah.
I saw my man Andrew Lichtenberger in the chat. Lucky Chewy.
Chewy's in the chat.
One of the top players in tournament players right now. Definitely, man. The guy's a monster.
Hell yeah, brother. It's a joke for Chewy.
Okay.
It's a Chewy joke.
Okay.
It's a Chewy joke.
Okay. John Olson says, so we have to thank Daniel of all people for bringing Doug and Poppy. That's a GTO play. It was all planned. That's actually true. Daniel brought back Doug, and from the
ashes he will rise.
From the ashes I have risen. That's true. We're gonna do a thing where Landon was gonna go find me in the desert, and we still could do that actually.
Oh,
yeah.
we can do that.
You want to go shoot me in the desert for tomorrow's video? What's the title of tomorrow's video? Where I've been, what I've been doing. I'm gonna get all emotional. I better not make that video.
What if it just said like breaking news?
Breaking news. What?
And that's it.
Oh, just breaking.
And then you
news.
had to watch the video.
I'm back.
No, not even your back. Just
Okay.
breaking news.
Okay.
Just news.
I could try that, yeah. Vito Land 92, welcome back, Poppy. Love you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. So no crazy pots happening right now. I feel like when the stacks get deeper, we're less likely to see those real big pots take place. I mean, we might see like real big bets maybe take place in terms of an overbet, but I don't think we're going to see a lot more larger pots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, just by the nature of the game, it's hard to have like the nutted combos of your range where you want to shovel the money in. So it's harder to have more money go in by default, at least for all of the marbles. But there will still be hefty marbles being placed.
Yeah. How long are they playing? I mean, I think it's been a couple hours lately, right? So a lot of their matches have gone, I think, about 3 hours, 2 hours in length. So let's see how long they do play today. Nothing brewing here.
Limitless is a fucking beast. That guy
Yeah.
is a beast.
Alexander Malinsko, are you better than my bro Victor in Heads Up?
Probably not, no.
Probably not. Victor was.
I got a lot of studying to do.
Yeah, he's on my podcast right now, man. He's on my podcast.
That was an iconic podcast.
Yeah, when Limitless came on my podcast, he was fired up. That was a real good podcast. We want to go back 20 minutes on my YouTube channel. Done a lot of great podcasts over the years on my YouTube channel. It's been a fun ride. And I'll be getting back into podcast streets. Just got to decide what I'm going to do.
Emergency win a tournament podcast.
I'll take it one day at a time. I just want to make it through this week and be happy. So here we go. Nothing brewing right now. A couple small pots. They said Daniel most likely quit at 7:30, so that means in 7 minutes we will. The end of the match will be here. Doug, small bet on the turn. Daniel, his normal 3/4 pot size bet. Daniel takes down the left-hand side, right-hand side. Doug gets called. Turns a 5. See what Doug goes with here. Checks back. River's 6. Flush draw misses. We also got a donation from someone in the chat. $6.99 Canadian dollars from John Party, my guy. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you, John.
The donation is in.
Yeah, I did commentary on the Party Poker, the big deal over the weekend.
How
over
was
on
that?
Twitch. That was a lot of fun.
I saw some of the commentary at the final table.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed it a lot. It was it was cool. It was a cool format. It got a lot of new streamers involved. Basically, whenever everyone streamed the event, it was invitational, 50K free roll. When you were eliminated, you had to send your viewers over to someone else's Twitch stream.
Well, to the guy that busted you.
What?
You had to send it to the guy that busted you.
Yeah, you had to send it to the guy that busted you. Correct. Yes, exactly. So if I'm streaming, Landon's streaming, I bust Landon, he's got to send his viewers to me. So it's a good opportunity not only for the small streamers to maybe get some new viewers, but also to just feel kind of special, right? Because when you're a new streamer and you're trying to make it and you only have a couple hundred people watching you, anytime you can have a site do a free roll, invite you to play, I think it's just like give you something to shoot for, give you something to aim for, to want to be a part of, and helps to support the content community and the streaming community. So I really love the idea. I was happy to be involved when they asked me, and it was fun, man. It was fun doing commentary. Even though it was 2-card Pot Limit Omaha, it was still a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying this game a lot. I'm enjoying talking the game. And I
9-8 trips for Douglas.
Yeah, Doug is coming back on the right. But the left-hand side, look at that, Landon. Daniel, momentum on his side. $7,000. What are these people at institution? What the fuck is going on? By institution,
why?
At the park.
I don't understand how the mods don't just like insta ban. I can't be and do commentary and insta ban.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Harbs?
Harbs is not here right now. Well, my hat got a little off because I had the Nolan Hold'em hat on, so
there it
my hair
is.
got a little messed up. I apologize to you, buddy.
What's up, Taylor?
My man Taylor, what's up, bro? What's happening, buddy? Nice to see you, Taylor. We got pots brewing all over here, guys. D-Negs picks
With
up another
a 3
pot.
bet.
Left-hand side, 3 bet. D-Negs does not want to go light here.
4 bet. Get the truck. Beep, beep, beep.
Doug Polk attempting to back
Okay,
up the
so
truck
here,
on
wait.
Daniel.
You can turn it off for a second.
Okay, what do you got?
So I think in this spot they're like 150 blinds deep. Daniel doesn't just have to have an all-in for a 5 bet. He can have like some 5 bet non-all-ins. Like if Daniel had like a hand like aces, normally like in these spots you want to trap and just call. But because they're a little bit deeper, you can have some 5-bet not all-ins with some bluffs like ace, king, and then have a pretty narrowish range because obviously you're not putting in 5 bets pre-flop with nothing.
So your main point is that he's not only going to 5-bet shove, he'll 5-bet to smaller sizes.
Right. He can like
fold. He can 5-bet fold there.
Depending on very rarely, extremely rarely.
Okay, so why
I hand
would you?
I hand like ace 5. Because
Okay.
you're trying to lower the SPR, and you also want to have the initiative out of position.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just playing a big pot out of position with some hands, because there's also some hands that you do want to just like 5-bet potentially get in, like queens.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes like the king high flop comes and it's a problem. So you're going to want to effectively try to lower the stack to pot while still having initiative post to where you're the one that's kind of navigating the way the pot's going to be played.
So you think that shoving there this deep is never something people do?
I think it's something that people do, but might not. But they might overlook the idea of having a 5-bet not all in.
Right.
Is basically what I'm trying to
Yeah,
go
that
with
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So it's basically saying that when you get to that stack size, don't automatically think you just have
Don't
to shove.
yeah,
all
you
in.
don't have to just like jam all the money for 150 blinds
Mhm.
because sometimes you have a hand that doesn't really want to do that, and then you kind of fuck yourself up a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. Wayne Chiang says, when the guy checks it to you, pot it like it's hot. Pot it like it's hot. Okay, shout out to my guy Wayne. Shout out to Live at the Bike out there as well, too. Live at the Bike, LA, the LA live stream poker scene about to heat up out there a little bit, it looks like. We got another live stream getting in the mix up there, so we got a little rivalry going on, the LA rivalry for live streams. Who's going to win? Who's going to take it down? Poker Star says you can't 5-bet if you never 5-bet fold.
It's true.
That's
So
true.
it's just rare. It's
Yeah.
obviously you're not really putting in 5 bets with nothing.
Yeah.
You're basically gonna have like your aces, your kings, and then like some weird
Granular.
some non-intuitive hands. A
Straight flush!
Straight flush.
Holy shit! Dan Negreanu with a straight flush there on the right-hand table.
Straight flush.
See what we got here. So Daniel, queen 3 of hearts, check flop, leads the turn with the flush, rivers the straight flush, goes for about 3/4 pot, and Doug calls pretty quickly. And Daniel takes down a nice pot, $11,000 goes his way. So Daniel,
Huh. It's interesting, the river bet.
you think
Because
so?
when you have the queen of hearts, you also block high hearts that can call.
Mhm.
But Doug is also just calling any heart. And Doug also might value bet a heart. So a check there might actually be a really good idea. But I actually like betting as well because if Doug has the king of hearts, he's clearly going to raise.
Mhm.
And then those spots are always so interesting because like if Doug raises and Daniel 3-bets, I wonder what his bluff looks like. And if you can go back to the board real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so it's deuce 4-5 ace. Okay, so his bluff would be with the 6 of hearts because he blocks 6-3 of hearts for the nuts.
And you think Daniel would be capable of
I don't
bluffing?
think so.
Right, okay.
But I think that if you were to have a, because if you obviously are jamming with the nuts,
Mhm.
you have to have some bluff in order to have your opponent be indifferent. So it would have to be the 6 of hearts at a very high, like low frequency, like a 1% play,
Mhm.
like 5% to
Yeah,
go
that's
all in
interesting, right?
and like try to force the king of hearts to fold. Imagine that.
3-bet bluffing with the 6 of hearts there does not sound like a fun time.
That's why people don't do it.
That's why people
It's
don't
fucking
do it.
scary,
Exactly.
Joey.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun time there, but putting the 6 of hearts in there. But yeah, we are playing 2 tables here, 200, 400, Nolan Hold'em, high stakes. Daniel Negreanu came in today's match with the lead, $25,000. The grudge match that's been going on for a couple years between the two of them, finally being settled at the poker table. And it looks like so far here, I'd say Doug's going to be up a little bit here, maybe a buy-in or so. But this match will continue this week on Wednesday. I'll be back in the mix doing this same time, same place, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Landon, you coming by?
For next week?
Yeah.
For next
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Of
Me
course.
and Landon are going to be here in the house doing commentary, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see how this match develops. I'm going to start studying a lot more Hold'em as well, too, so that way I can ask some better questions for you guys up there. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun time.
Jeremiah, there's an action game right now with action players. There's Jeremiah in the chat.
Action game, action players. Amen.
Action game.
Amen to that. Randcorp says it's been great to watch with you guys. Shout out to Randcorp as well. Randcorp wants to have his CBD company sponsor one of these shows. Maybe we'll get him in the mix. Doug takes down another pot with an overbet in the right-hand table.
Daniel takes one on the left.
Mm-hmm. Big J, my man Jamin in the chat. What's up, brother? How's it going, man? Nice to see you, Big J. Shout out to Shelby, working hard in the background as well, too. Put a lot of fun things together. Doug, 3-bet right-hand side, takes it down. Jordan Vargas, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you.
It's my phone over there.
Yeah, say your phone just like keeps buzzing over there. Like, everyone's hitting you up for loans or something like that. You win that tournament? What's going on, man?
Or it's like my mom calling me again.
Your mom's calling you on repeat. Your mom's been calling you for 100 times. Yeah, I got to play a multi-table tournament tonight. That's true. I actually kind of.
Remember when you did that APT stuff?
Yeah, that was so fun. Oh my god. There's this like.
I was like, check, Joey, check. He's gonna bluff, and then he did. And I was like, you're like, how do you know?
There's this bot program basically that that you can play against, like a tournament bot. It's so fun. I mean, the bots are kind of stupid. And they play really fucking dumb, but it's still a lot of fun just to go through, zoom through, play. It's like fast zoom, and I did some streams where I played the program on the stream, and me and Landon were grinding against it, trying to battle it. So yeah, it was nice. Would I ever entertain doing a heads-up Pop Omaha match? Nikita asks, absolutely yes. Why the hell not, man?
Are you gonna do some commentary for the Galfon stuff?
I might do a little bit for that, yeah. The Galfon challenge going on right now.
What if you just do like something like this, but for that?
I could do that, yeah.
You get Dylan Weissman in the house.
I could do that, yeah. I'd rather do this match. This match, like this is years in the making, man. This is 4 or 5 years in the making. These two have been going back and forth. I helped facilitate this match. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to see what happens. I'm very excited to see what happens here. Anderson, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, man. How's it going, brother? Hope things are going well with you.
Daniel just typed the 3 dots, which is clearly code for fuck in the chat.
Oh, this might be it, guys. So we might have hit our 2-hour mark for the day.
This is it.
The heads up for souls.
Heads up for
Day
souls,
6.
huh?
Heads up for souls.
It seemed like pretty even, actually.
Yeah,
today.
I mean, I'm pretty impressed by what we've seen out of Danny Negreanu, man. I feel like he held his own quite well. Yeah, you know, of course, you might say if the match went on longer, then maybe the endurance factor might be on Doug Polk's side. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because I think Daniel is someone who's played very long sessions for a long time. But it's yeah, I'm pretty impressed by his play, man. I think a lot of people in here maybe didn't expect him to be able to show these kind of spicy moves. The bet size he showed, he used a pretty consistent.
He checked it straight in the river. Look, there he did it. He did it. He had a struck. He checked it straight in the river. See?
Yeah.
That's why you check good hands.
Exactly.
So his bluff is reasonable with the hands before that.
Yeah.
There it is.
So there we go, guys. It looks like that's the end of the match, and I do believe that Doug Polk is going to be up
a little bit.
I'll be posting
Maybe
the updates on the next video, and I'll also post updates on my Instagram page and on my Twitter page if you guys would like to know and follow along. Wednesday, we're going to be back here, same time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. And my man Cosmo says, if Doug loses this match, can you head the investigation? I certainly will, my friend. I certainly will.
Head the investigation.
So yeah, I think that's going to be what we got, man. I love you guys out there very much, and I appreciate all the nice comments. People that welcome me back. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. It's been good to be back. You know, it's therapeutic talking to all you people out there. It's a lot of fun. My buddy Landon went ahead any other way. Come back with him, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Landon, congratulations again. He took down his first tournament last night in Vegas.
First Vegas
tournament, live tournament he ever played. He won it, $200,000. Congratulations again to him. His career is taken off. You want to follow him on Twitter, follow him at Landon Tice. Follow me at JoeyIngram1, or you can follow me at PoppyGTO. If you guys have any questions, get them in. We'll answer a couple questions, and then we'll wrap it up. Wait, no. Wait. Whoa. Wait.
Doug might be getting the button, is what it might be.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
Wait, what does it even matter? They're playing a certain amount of hands. What does him having the button matter?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. There might be some more. Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute.
Wait,
just 1 minute.
Stephen Chrome says, good luck with your new business ventures. Thank you. It's going to be fun.
Wow, what a comment.
Here we are.
Bad. No,
So we don't know what's happening right now, guys. It's back on. The match has continued. I checked out mentally. Now I'm back in.
Yeah, me too.
Doug raises both tables. 1/3 pop bet on the left. Ace-6-3. 2 spades. Daniel calls. Looks Looks like we might be getting another hour here at least.
What's up, guys? Doug.
What's up, guys? Doug Polk here.
Truck driver here, ready to back the truck up.
Would that be your saying?
No, it's his saying.
Oh. So it looks like the match is going to continue on here, guys. Never mind. The match is picking back up speed. So we are going to keep playing here. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
The match is on.
Wolf of Wall Street, I'm not leaving. That's very true.
I'm not fucking leaving.
The
show goes on. The show goes on.
Sandy Sinclair, what's up, Poppy? Good to see you back in the YouTube streets. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you very much. I got some great content ideas. I'm very excited for some of my content ideas, man. I'm very excited to talk about some certain topics and certain ideas that I've never really discussed before publicly. Right-hand side, Daniel calls a pretty big bet on the turn. River is an ace. 6, 7, 7, 8, ace. 44,000 behind. See what Doug goes here. Just check back, and Daniel shows down the 8, takes down a nice $13,000 pot. Fighting his way back.
Fighting the good fight.
Yeah, a lot of people close the stream already. I know, I feel bad, guys. I'm sorry. Danny Doomy, I'm so happy you're commentating. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love. Appreciate you, buddy. Left-hand side, Daniel picks up another pot. Makes a nice call on the river with the 8-9. Takes it down, right-hand table. Daniel 3-betting.
I wonder what's going on here because it's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, I wonder too. Yeah. 3-bet from Daniel, both tables. Takes it down the left-hand side. Right-hand side, Doug 4-bets him. 12.3K. And Doug takes that one down. Daniel folds it away. Lauren Holmes doesn't like the hat. Lauren, this hat is straight. This is the Nolan Hold'em hat, sister, okay? Mommy, this is an Nolan Hold'em hat. This is what you do. This is what hat you wear when you watch Texas Hold'em.
It's true. It represents... No, but what? You can't...
I like the other hair, too. I like my regular hair. This hat, you know, this hat and this tank top. I need to put a tank top on, man. It feels weird not wearing tank top anymore.
The tank top duo of Joey and Chuck.
I know.
Joey and Chuck.
Yeah.
Joey and Doug.
Daniel, right-hand side, raises pre-flop. Bets 3/4 pot. Ace 10 Jack. 4 on the turn. Checks it back. See if Doug decides to lead the river. Maybe one of those block bet situations Landon likes to talk about. Nope, he checks. And they both show down a 10.
8's going to not win.
Yeah, chop it up.
8 looked like it won for a second, and then it did not.
Yeah. The added time calls for an edible, boys. Listen, you take over commentary. I'm grabbing an edible, okay?
Okay.
Not for you. You don't really do that, but you take over, okay?
All right,
Hold it
guys,
down.
what's going on? Chat.
Bring the energy. Bring the heat.
I got some shout-outs, I guess. Shout-out. Let's get some shout-outs going. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Show yourselves.
Here's what you gotta do, okay? You don't want to leave that dead airtime, right?
Right.
So you gotta bring that energy
I
back
need
up.
the shout-outs,
You
but
gotta be
I need the
self-aware
chat.
enough
The
to
chat's not
realize when
going.
your energy's dropping. You see what I'm saying? So when your energy's dropping, you gotta breathe down in your chest, right? Not in the chest, but in your stomach, right? So instead of going in the chest, you're gonna go down in the stomach, right? Playing a sport, like hitting a golf ball. Then you're gonna whip out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Matt McLeod, what's going on? You know what I'm saying, like that. So you're gonna want to pull that energy. You gotta be mindful enough to realize that your energy is going down. Breathe deep in the chest. Watch this. And stomach. Fill the stomach up. Watch this. Watch it, and then give a shout out. Watch this. Go ahead.
Shout out to Jordan Vargas in the chat. What's going on? Jesse Hawkins, Alex Parrish, the Great White Turtle. The Great White Turtle. Shout out to the Great White Turtle in the chat. It's going too fast. Dylan Mallard, hashtag back up the truck. The truck is currently going at the moment. It looks like it's on a little bit of a detour, maybe.
There you go.
We'll find out. Mateus Gambato, what's going on? Charlie, hello. Yeah, okay.
That was good. That was
yeah,
good.
what's
Okay.
going on?
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Little
Shout
bit
out
of
to everybody
hype.
out there, man. Much love for tuning in. Right hand side, little pop brewing. Doug's gonna block bet the river here. Landon was up late too. He's up late. He's a trooper.
I was up
What
late.
do you think about this block bet here, Landon?
It's good on 4 straights, yeah. Because like most of your your overall range is the one that's just pressure is ace high.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the less you bet, the more combos you can bet, and the more you force your opponent to call. Like, okay, I'm not talking that loud, but the less you bet, the more you force your opponent to call. Therefore, on a board where it's very tough for them to find calls anyways, you can bet more of your range for a smaller size.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So are there multiple strategies you can use in a lot of these spots too?
Yeah,
you can also
use a bigger bet in some cases to try to target hands in range that are just snap calls to a block, like in not a straight, because a straight would obviously just raise, but like an overpair type hand, that's like a non-believing overpair. Because in theory, the bigger you bet, the more bluffs you have.
Mm-hmm.
So when you block bet for smaller, you're going to have more of the value-ish sort of hands, like the weakish middly value, and you're going to protect yourself by having some bluffs and then some nutted hands.
Yeah, interesting. I like it. I'm getting excited, man. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play some Hold'em. I got a tournament to play tonight. Daniel, little pot on the right here. We haven't really seen many blood betting, any big pots going on so far here, guys. We have not seen many big pots going on here right now.
Yeah, Doug's been four betting a good bit.
Yeah, Doug's been four betting. We haven't really seen many of those pots go down to Showdown. We saw one. No, I mean we saw a couple earlier, yeah, but we haven't seen too much four betting going on. Looks like Doug's going to take down a pot with the Jack 4 on the left-hand side. Little pot goes his way. Let's see if we can pull that one up real quick. Let's see here. So Doug checks back the top pair. Daniel leads with the Queen 6 in the turn. River's the interesting. So Doug checks back the Jack. What do you think about that? So Daniel leads out with the open-end straight draw, makes a 6 on the river, decides not to bet. Doug checks back with the Jack.
Interesting.
Pair of Jacks, yeah.
Seems like a
pretty easy value bet.
I think a value bet would make sense, but I also see the idea of checking because on the 6, 7, 8 is already got there, so it's a little. I'm trying to find out why Doug checked, because most of the time for him it's a pretty clear value bet with a Jack.
Right.
Getting value from a 10 and 9. But like in this instance specifically, it looks like Daniel has a pretty nice candidate to go for like a little raise, having a queen and blocking some river 2 pairs, which is also kind of a cool little line you can take. But the check, I guess you want to have some like pretty strong showdown in some cases. Like this hand wins sometimes, but when you bet, but like wins a good amount by checking, because you just keep more of his range in if you check back, because he has to continue and show his hand down. But if you bet, he gets to fold his hands. So it's weird though, because he does get value from worse. He just does. He just does.
Interesting hand. Ben Allen said, "What's the advantage to 4-betting with premiums and heads up instead of trapping, strengthening 3-bet range?"
You lower the SPR. You lower stack the pots so you can play bigger pots with really good hands and get the money in. Because it's harder to get all the money in if you're only playing a call or like trapping with 3 bets.
Left-hand table, Daniel 3 bets and Doug does call. Daniel goes sizes up here, $6,400. They are pretty deep here, $63,000. This could be one of our first really big pots. Let's see if Doug Polk decides to put pressure on Daniel Negreanu. He does call. The board pairs 9 on the turn, 9, 9, 4 deuce, 21,000 in the pot. Very deep stack, much chips behind. Daniel does check. What do you expect to see from Doug Polk here?
Some small betting and some checkbacks for sure. But then again, like this is a little bit out of my. So it is a small bet in the sense of pot size. Like it's a 33% pot size bet. But like 150 plus big blind deeps, I'm not too studied.
Not too studied, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Doug Polk clearly studied. Bets the 1/3 pot, takes it down on the non-board pairing card.
Like some of the heuristics can be transferred to 150 in the sense of when they cap themselves in some way, you want to attack the range with small bets because you don't need to bet big to get them to fold all of the hands that would fold to a small bet. But there's also a lot more nuance to 150 big blind poker than just betting small and betting bigger when you have value. Like it's a lot more nuanced than that.
How so?
How so?
Yeah.
Well, is 150 big blind PLO the same as
Definitely
25
not.
big blind PLO?
Definitely not, no.
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. I thought maybe we were going to give an answer. I mean, I know it's not different. You've set, I was setting you up for like a line. You say one way it's different, and then they're like, he's a god. Too much detail behind the scenes there. Small PP with the comment with the donation. He says, "Finally, some great commentary during this series. Welcome back, Joey. Thank you, Small PP, for the $6.99 Canadian location. Did you ever think that you'd be getting a donation from a Small PP?
Can't say
when
I
you were
do.
growing up? Did you ever think
Can't
about
say
that?
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Can't say I ever thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either, but I'm happy it happened. Thank you, Small.
I also didn't think that I was going to ever win a tournament because I thought they were too difficult. This is before playing online tournaments, not like this live one.
Right, yeah.
And like doing well in the WSOP and then winning the 6 Max over the summer and then winning some other ones.
That was a bracelet you won, or was that a... No,
No,
it was
just a
right?
6
yeah,
Max
it was a regular
event,
6 Max. Yeah.
That was my first like hardware sort of thing.
Makes sense, okay. Eric Cobb says, "I'm here for Joey. Is there a poker game happening?" There is a poker game happening. Doug Polk versus Daniel Negreanu. Doug Polk.
That is exactly what's happening right now.
But I appreciate you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. When you do your streams, how long do you usually do your streams for?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
For like when I stream Twitch stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I think around a couple hours, 2-3 hours maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play some Zoom on Ignition, or I haven't streamed WSOP yet, but I obviously could. Like play some 2.5 on WSOP or like 5.10 or something. But I also just run Sims sometimes, and it's like 3 hours. Do some hand reviews.
Yeah, stay in there. Speaking of running Sims, 4-bet from Doug Polk here. The
Doug,
truck driver.
He's
We
backing
haven't got
it
a
up.
sound effect here in a bit. Let's put it on there for all time. Maybe we'll see some. Daniel calls. We're gonna see some here, boys.
It's a really good board for Daniel. He just has a lot more of like that connected Wolfpacky 8-6 sort of.
Wolfpacky, okay.
I know about the Wolfpack. You know about the Wolfpack?
What's the Wolfpack?
The Wolfpack are these middling cards.
So this is a Wolfpack kind of
This is a Wolfpack board.
Well, Doug Polk makes a very, very tiny bet here. 44.66, a very small size bet here.
Yep.
Daniel, 4,200 behind. Can Doug Polk back the truck up into Daniel Negreanu here?
See, he goes for the little raise.
He goes
I
for
like
a little
this.
check raise, Wolfpack style.
Wolfpack.
Will the truck
I would
run off
probably
the
be
rails?
interested in like running this hand later and seeing if like Daniel doesn't just have some flop leads, just outright leads.
He does take it down here, guys. The pot goes Daniel Negreanu's way.
Good shot. So good.
The truck went off the rails there just a little bit, and Daniel Negreanu making a comeback right now. D-Neg, 68,000 on the right-hand table, 64,000 on the left-hand table. And Doug Polk, he had $100,000 on both of those tables earlier, down to 80,000. I'd say they're pretty even right about now.
Seems close, yeah.
Yeah, it seems right about even. Daniel, little check raise on the queen deuce deuce.
This makes sense. You're going to want to do this with some backdoor hands. And some deuce X, like deuce 3 suited. And because he doesn't really have deuce 3 offsuit or deuce 4, but he has like the deuce 3 suited, which is a very low composition of range. So he's also going to want to raise some queen X's, like queen 10, for value against ace highs and smaller pairs.
That makes sense. Doug Polk, 3 bets right-hand side, takes it down.
The old man was speeding.
Rancourt, the sound effects are gold, $5 donation. Thank you, Rancourt. Much love, brother. Thank you very much, man. Bill says, beeping sounds and cringy animations. Are you trying to make this hard as watch as possible? No.
Yeah. Why are we answering this comment, Joey?
No, I am not.
Why are you answering this comment, Joey?
This
isn't a balanced comment. This isn't a balanced response to the commentary range.
That's true. He makes a good point. I see where he's coming from, right? But
I don't know.
That animation was awesome. So I don't know what these guys are talking about
Harbs
here.
isn't doing his goddamn job. He's gonna get fucking spoken to about it.
Yeah, Harbs. I know, right? Shout to Harbs, man.
Sure.
Hideki Suzuki, Poppy, what's up, my dude? Missed you, my man. Much love, buddy. Thank you.
How does it feel to be back, Joey?
Overwhelming.
In a good way?
No. Absolutely not. No. Definitely not. So much to do. I mean, there's so many things like you know what I mean? There's so many things I could do better in these situations, right? Like, I understand that my production could be a lot different. I do everything myself. Other companies in poker have
more animations.
Yeah, like I'm sure I could
more
have better,
fire in the background.
Have better animations if I wanted to. If I had a bigger budget to spend on things, like other companies are spending tens of thousands of dollars because they're getting paid by sites. They have partnerships. They're owned by people who have big bankrolls. So I think when I look at my own quality of my work, I see a lot of improvement for what I could do and how I could arrange it and how I could market it and the production and everything like that. So I'm very aware that I can improve in a lot of different things that I do, and it's kind of tilting. But
that intro that you just had for this video,
the intro was absolute straight heat. I know, fire. But yeah, I mean,
where's the clown mask?
the clown mask is over there somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something. I don't know. Online poker now, poker world right now, it's a different time because with COVID and live poker's kind of been taken away for a lot of people, even though there are a lot of poker players that are playing a lot, but the tournaments necessarily there aren't many going on. So it's just a different vibe in the American poker scene right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Poker's kind of coming back a little bit for these live stuff.
Yeah.
Poker's kind of coming back, which is good.
Yeah, poker is definitely coming. I mean, it's booming in a lot of places too. Texas, it's booming.
Texas is booming. I'm actually going to December with Matt
Yeah.
and Chin for the Solve for Why guys. Gonna go down and do a card house there. I guess they're doing something.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, be a fun experience.
Couple pots here going. Left-hand side, Doug leads that very small bet. Right-hand side, Daniel check calls on the queen. See what happens here. Daniel calls the left-hand side.
Got a big pot on the right.
A big pot on the right. Daniel check called the big bet on the turn. Doug's going to lose the left-hand side. Overbet on this right-hand side for Doug.
Doug is basically representing that he has the queen where he does not have the queen. Because on this queen, you're going to want to do a lot of checking because Daniel's going to call with some more queens than he is.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you got to put your foot down if you have a hand like pocket eights for eights full, unblocking the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Be a very good hand to do this with because you get called by the queen. And then you win the pot.
Yeah, makes sense. What about bluffs here? What kind of bluffs do you think you would have?
It would have to be open-ended draws.
He calls, and he does have the queen.
And he does have the queen. There it is.
Yeah. It's a huge pot. Goes Doug Polk. Weighs $78,000 pot.
Get that. Everyone at home, you got to pull the truck horn. Everyone at home, I can't see you, but I would like to see you do the exact same motion of the truck horn.
Doug.
I want to see for like what do you think he's gonna do for like a 10K special?
What do you mean?
Like he has like 9.6 thousand subs. The truck driver guy.
Oh yeah. I don't know. He's probably gonna put up another one. Yeah.
Like a super sick.
Yeah.
Trucks with even better horns.
Much love, guys. Appreciate you guys very much. You guys are funny. But no, I'm definitely going to work at the things that I think I could do better at.
But yeah,
I will get to my vision with content and production and design and music and all that kind of stuff, man.
But yeah, going back to that king queen queen board, the 8 king queen queen.
King queen queen 8 6.
Was it a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Did he rivet a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to have a hand like Jack 10 or a lower gutter that would block the suited queens because it's less likely that your opponent would have a queen X hand if you block the suited combos of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you'd want to have like a Jack 10 without having the flush draw because you allow your opponent to call on the turn with a flush draw more likely, and you also get to block the suited queens. That's what I got for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna win a tournament tonight.
I hope so.
I'm excited. My man Anderson, much love, buddy. Thank you very much. Your comment is all about the good energy delivery. The other producers can't give that to people only artificially. Well, shit, I understand, man, because it's tough to have good energy all the time. But man, world gets you after you, man. Relationships, friendships, family, health, career. I mean, you know, you get inside your head. You're overthinking things all the time. You're only seeing the negative in things. You're living in the past. I could see why people are, why they might struggle to be able to put out that type of energy because it's pretty challenging. Daniel going for it, right hand side. Check raises the river. Takes it down. What do you guys think about the truck beeping? You like it or not? What do you guys give me your guys feedback for the beeping truck? I love the beeping truck, man.
I'm a very big fan of the beeping truck.
It's like it's perfect. It's
I'm waiting.
Pot brews the truck. It's like Jeopardy, right? The truck starts bapping up. Yeah,
we'll do that.
We'll look for some.
But to be fair, they only do it like once an episode. For the final question.
Yeah, I see.
We might be overusing the beeping truck.
I feel like we're underutilizing the beeping point.
I think we should have it going on for the entire 3 hours.
Yeah.
Drive everyone in the chat insane.
No, I don't. I love the chat. I don't want to do that to them, man. I don't know, man.
I mean, some of these guys are insane anyways.
No, these guys are. I love these guys. They're great, man.
Most of them. There's some mean ones.
Yeah, it's okay. The positives greatly outweigh the negatives.
I agree.
Full send on the beep. Good but loud.
Full send.
Oh, I didn't know
on
it's
the
that
beep.
loud. Thank you, Shelby. I wish you told me that earlier.
It's just giving people splitting
Doug
headaches.
takes it out. Yeah, okay.
Someone has headphones in, and all they hear every 5 minutes is beep 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 beep. But it's not like in like the comfort of a surround system.
Yeah.
It's in the comfort of right into their eardrums.
I'll turn down the beep a little bit, but I'm going to keep it. I'm not getting rid of the beep. There's
I agree.
No chance. Yeah.
More beep is better.
More beeping is definitely better. Yeah. Truck sounds for pots over 100 big blinds. You're welcome. I don't hate that idea.
It's not a bad idea, Tori James.
Yeah. Doug here, left-hand table, little bet. Right-hand table, another bet. Daniel check calls both.
I kind of like it for the 4-bet pot though. Like it sets up the beeping sound sets up the action
Yeah.
of like beep beep beep. Okay, 20%, and like beep beep beep, 20 more percent.
Right.
And then beep beep beep, all in. It's like beep 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 beep, and then he calls, and then he either wins and loses, and then you play the horn sounds, or you
Yeah.
play the truck losing the lumber.
Yeah.
We have a great system here. Is basically what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, Doug overbets the right-hand side, takes it down. Shelby said you're a little bit loud too. Maybe we need to turn you down a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Beeping truck is nice, but there could be more effects to similar spots, so it won't get repetitive. No, I agree. That's definitely what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a bunch more. We're gonna have a bunch more of sound effects and different things. I'm gonna be whipping out here over the course of the challenge.
Am I still loud?
Oh, straight for Doug on the left-hand side, bets pot on the river, and Negreanu calls.
Probably call with 2 pair.
Nice hand there for Doug. Takes home a nice sized pot, $15,000. Let's see what happened there. Standard raise pre-flop. Doug makes a little big bet with the queen 3, backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Checks the turn.
Wait, did he have? Let me see.
Pots the river with the straight.
Wow, I think Doug would mostly want to bet his hand on the turn,
Mm-hmm.
blocking queen 10,
Yeah.
and having a blocker to a flush when a spade comes in. So I'm assuming his hand was mostly going to be betting and then some small checking because you want to protect yourself on a river like this. But I'm assuming his hand would want to bet a lot. Then again, they are playing 150 something big blinds deep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit different because at 100 big blinds, I know that you kind of want to go off in this spot. But at 150, not too sure.
Right.
That's the difference between 150 and 100 big blinds.
Right. Some hands become checks first bets.
Correct.
Makes sense because then, yeah.
The stack to pot is just way
Mhm.
too much, and like you're risking more.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
More-
Left-hand table, we missed this one. Daniel 3-bet pre-flop. Checks the ace-9-6 board with 2 clubs, and he's going to check call.
Here comes a lead, maybe a potential lead.
He 3-bet pre-flop.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, but like
Okay.
he might just find one,
Okay.
like a 6-5.
So when Daniel does check call here, what do you kind of put him on? Now, obviously not just...
Flush draws, ace X, 9X, 9-10,
So he's not
some
always...
6-5 suited.
He's going to have some aces here to protect his range.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. So Doug does check back the turn. River's the jack. See what Daniel does go for with the sizing if he decides to bet.
He probably want to block bet here.
Quarter pot.
Yeah, like 4.2.
Well,
But
he goes
he-
10.4.
He goes for the bigger sizing, which you do want to have less of the time than the smaller bet.
Daniel representing
we
a
will see.
2-pair type hand, or maybe that's 6-5 like Landon mentioned. What is Doug gonna do? What if Doug goes for a crazy rate? I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know,
Doug could find it all in here.
that'd be absurd.
A hand like Jack 9,
Wow, Jack 9.
blocking boats.
Mm-hmm.
Doug has aces in range. Wait, Daniel 3-bet pre?
Daniel 3-bet pre.
Never mind.
Check call flop. Check check turn.
Yeah. Huh.
See what happens here, boys and girls. Shelby.
Oh, sorry, Daniel. If Daniel 3-bet pre, then yeah, then he's never leading turn.
That's
Doug
what I'm
would-
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
you're
what I
right.
mean.
Yeah, just
And Doug does lay it down. Negreanu picks up a $24,000 pot.
sometimes we make mistakes, you know.
It happens, buddy. It happens.
It's like I think it's like my first time doing like a commentary thing too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You're doing well, but you know, I try to make it easy for people when they do it with me. So
That's true.
yeah, I try to set you up, get you to break down the hands, right? I bring the excitement to passion. You got the excitement to passion as well. You got the strategy. This min bet thing's really tripping me out. So $400 here.
20%.
I know, but it's just like.
It's not a min. It is a min bet.
It is a min bet. Yeah.
It is definitely a minimum bet.
Adrian Alves said, join Rob Young, Joey. You have talent, but need a team. I've actually definitely need to put a team around me of people that I'm working with. People that can help me out in certain areas definitely do that. That's a good point. But I think in poker, when I look around and say, what teams would I want to join? There really are only a couple teams. There's GG, there's Poker Stars, Party Poker, ACR. I mean, that's kind of it. So if you're going to join a team, you're basically joining up with a poker site. And, some of these sites do some crazy stuff. So just a matter if I want to be involved with those sites. I've been thinking about that, though, Landon. Would you ever want to be sponsored by a poker site?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not at that point yet.
Yeah, I think you can focus on.
We're at that point of getting good at poker.
Yeah. Yeah, just grind it up there, man. Become one of the best.
Allegedly.
Debatably could do it. John H's commentary is actually some of the best I've heard in years. Very up to date. Thank you very much, Landon. Nice work, Landon. Nice job. Giraffe says, right inside, actually, we got a big bet from Daniel Negreanu. Takes down another pot. So he's kind of coming back here. We saw Doug win a big pot on the right-hand side. Got that chip check over $100,000. But now Daniel's coming back a little bit.
Yeah, Giraffe, I still play cash and MTTs. I kind of just play whatever I think is fun. Like, I wasn't even going to play this MTT, this Venetian one. But then I was kind of talked into it. And I was like, I haven't really been out of the house in a while.
Yeah.
Might as well play some live poker.
Yeah, why not?
Got it done, I guess. And
I know. It's pretty ridiculous. So,
like, I played for better, for worse. Like, after day one, I then played like 5K, 10K now on WSOP. Like, at like 3 a.m.
So you're playing high stakes hold'em cash games on WSOP.com.
Correct.
And how they've been going for you? Up and down?
Up and down.
More down than up for right now?
More down than up at the moment. Had a few good sessions. Got some back. But playing really well.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with it.
It's good to hear, man.
Playing good.
You're working hard, kid. You're doing all the right things, right? You got a right support system around you. You got your habits in your daily life in line. You don't have any distractions. You don't got any crazy girlfriends that are trying to tell you got to stop playing poker. You know what I mean? I think that brings down many of poker players in their time.
Many of poker players.
Their girlfriends, they want to hang out with their man. Doug, another straight here with the gut shot. Doug Polk running well right now, and Daniel Negreanu.
Daniel's had enough. He's had enough.
Yeah, maybe he has had enough. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, I understand they said I should put a team of people around me as well, too. I agree that is an option, too. I agree. See what Doug does here. This might be our last hand.
Oh, I think it's definitely going to be the last hand.
Doug calls. Daniel puts the 3 bubbles in the chat.
5K, 10K means 25, 50, and 50, 100.
And Daniel takes that one down. And it looks like they're done again. I don't want to say they're done yet. Maybe they're not done. Maybe they are. If you guys are wondering, if you're wondering who's next to me, it's my buddy Landon Tice, at Landon Tice on Twitter. 21 years old, poker player, last couple years, grinding his way up through the stakes, trying to get to the high stakes, trying to become one of the best in the world right now. And me, I'm Joey Ingram 1, a.k.a. Chicago Joey. Long-time poker player, been in the game 12 years. Started off playing Hold'em, Supernova Elite multiple times, Pot Limit Omaha, high-stakes player. Played the most hands ever in a day for both games, Hold'em and Pot Limit Omaha. Most hands ever in a month at Pot Limit Omaha, and I'm pretty sure I played the most hands ever in a month at No Limit Hold'em, which for some reason I decided that was a good idea to start doing early in my career. It turns out that was probably not my best idea.
We've had many talks about this.
Yeah, I probably should have just grinded and not done Supernova Elite and tried to do these crazy challenges. But I did make money from the prop bets though, so that was good. People bet me that I couldn't do those challenges back in the day.
Didn't know how psycho you were.
Yeah, they
didn't know that you'd actually get it done.
They didn't know I could lock myself in my bedroom and play on my computer 16 hours a day and feel absolutely nothing inside.
Sounds like me.
Not missing anyone, not wanting to see anybody else, willing to dedicate and sacrifice any relationships and or health habits in my life at that point in time. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you know what we can do for Daniel?
What?
You know how Gigi has like that splash dance thing?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Like he wins the pot and he plays like that little dance. And, like.
Okay, we can do that.
We could do that one.
Do you know who gave them that idea?
Was it you?
Maybe, yeah.
It was probably
I think it's a great idea. I think it's such a good idea.
Daniel's back. It looks like they're going to play for 3 hours, it looks like.
Okay, cool. So we might have about 25 more minutes here to get on. Let's get it. Daniel 3-bets left-hand side, takes it down. James Kirkpatrick said, what is the number up for most hands in a month? 600,000 for Hold'em and 450 for PLO. 450,000.
That's more than people play in like 2 years.
Yeah, I know. It happens.
No, it doesn't happen.
It does.
It happens when you make it happen.
I know. Well, animal man. I like dedicating myself. I'm obsessed.
You also
right?
you got odds on that too, right?
Yeah, I got odds. Yeah.
Like what was it, like 1.5?
Like 3 to 1, 2.5 to 1, 3.5 to 1.
Oh my god.
Depends on the bet. Yeah.
These guys didn't know.
It was like 3 different bets.
My name's Joe Ingram. I'm gonna get it done. Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm here to help Joe Ingram
I was so
win
hungry
his
and
PLO
motivated.
challenge.
I just had so much hope and so much like.
You're like me.
I really thought I could change my life. Like I grew up in we grew up like middle class, lower like my mom had to really struggle to work hard. She worked every day. She tried to provide for the family. I was like, I got to get out of this area. Like this area just doesn't, I got to make it for myself. I got to prove myself. I got to do whatever it takes to be able to survive and try to make a living and try to make my family proud at the time. And I just thought that was the way to do it. In retrospect, like, was that the way or not? I don't know. But there's the little lead here on the board pairing card on the right hand side. But yeah, man, I was just so hungry that nothing in my life mattered to me more at that time than just trying to have success at whatever it is I was doing, and that what I was doing was poker. So it was perfect for me. I loved it so much, and that's why I'm still making content 12 years later, right?
There's a reason why your bio says #passion.
#passion. That's true, man. I love it. It's an incredible game. It really is a lot of fun. A lot of great people in the community. People can really change their lives for the better. Some people can change their lives potentially for the worse, but all a matter of perspective. So Doug, check calls flop, leads on the turn. And they're both going to show on a 6, so Doug has a 6-9. Chops it up there. Is that normal play to make?
What happened?
So Doug check call flop with 6-9, middle pair. Turn, the bottom card paired, and he led for min.
Yeah, so he's leading with some hands on the one.
Okay, so he's going to be leading with some strong hands, 5, some 6-9s as well, and then some bluffs as well too?
Of course.
Yeah?
All of like the equitable draws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Eric Comp says, I would love to see Joey and RDP in the booth together.
Ryan.
Yeah, we're in Ryan DePaulo doing some commentary. Ryan the Pumpkin. We made a pumpkin. We carved pumpkins on Halloween, me, Shelbs, and Landon, and my pumpkin was named Ryan DePumpkin because he looked like he was from New York.
a great pumpkin.
Yeah, it was a nice pumpkin.
An iconic pumpkin.
It was. So the match continues. I think we're going to be on for about another 20 minutes here. Buckle up, stay tuned. Even match so far. Very impressed by what I'm seeing from Daniel Negreanu and Doug Polk. I think both players are putting up one hell of a fight. Daniel not going away as easy as some people might have suspected. And I'd say Doug's probably up maybe a buy-in right now, maybe a little bit more. So let's see here. Schillen says, do you encourage that career path? Which career path is that?
The poker. I'm assuming poker.
I
I think there's better approaches to poker now.
Yeah, I think Landon's like really showed me that I didn't need to be so independent because
Yeah.
I had like this attitude where I always wanted to make it on my own. I didn't really want to ask for help. I didn't necessarily embrace the support system I had around me in terms of like studying together and getting better together. And the times I did do that are the times I saw the most improvement in my overall game.
But still, you're like, fuck it. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Whereas I think Landon took a different approach, and he's really studied hard with really good people. He's worked with good coaches and good mentors, and now also the ways to go upon getting better have changed. So it's a lot easier to know when you're getting better or when you're not getting better, or when you're making weak plays. And there's a lot of action out there too. So
Doug has a bluff. Daniel call with 2 pair.
right hand side, Daniel takes down a little pot there. Catch his hand in the cookie jar.
Well, he was speeding a little bit.
He was speeding a little bit there.
Some speeding was happening. He was going 55 and a 40.
Nothing too crazy though. Doug raised it up 4-9 suited. Flops a whole bunch of nothing, 1/3 pots.
40%.
Yep, gets called. Check. Daniel sets the trap on the river with a 2 pair and deuces a bet.
I like his turn. I think turn can also barrel as well because he has future blockers to straights.
Mm-hmm.
For like the 4, if like a 5 comes in or a deuce comes in, Doug credibly has 4-5. And if a 10 comes in, Doug has queen 9, 7-9, and all these other hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that like 4-9 would mostly be a mix between a check and a bet on the turn. So I think Doug played pretty well, and Daniel made a good call with 2 pair. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, here we go on the right-hand side.
Ace king. So this board, there is a 3-bet
The
pot.
3-bet pot, yeah.
Ah.
Doug's 3-bet, C-bet flop. Make Boy Finn in the chat says D-Negs is a bot. Listen, man, he might be a bot, buddy. I don't know. Make Boy Finn, former podcast guest. Debatably one of the top Hold'em players right now. Getting after it, working hard.
Heads up wizard.
Heads up wizard.
With button clicker.
Is he?
Yeah.
Killing it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Getting it done.
Glory be to God. Amen. Amen to that.
Glory be.
Doug checks the river on the right-hand side. 5 gets there. Flush draw misses. 7-8 misses. 8-9 misses. Don't think Daniel's going to have too many threes, but he does bet big. $13,000 here.
He could bet 2 pair for value here. Like 6-5.
6-5.
Get called by
Deuce 5 maybe? No, probably call it 3-bet
Doug
pre-flop, right? Yeah. Yeah, 6-5
It's mostly like 6-5 or like
well, he does take it down.
a strong-ish 10, like a king 10 maybe.
Yeah.
He checks back and protects because we know that Daniel does check back some strong hands on the turn.
Mm-hmm.
So 10x would be in there.
Very nice play by Daniel. Chipped back up a little bit. Bobby Winger, so good to have Poppy back. Cheers from Toronto. Much love, brother. Dan Yarger, Joey had a FTW, I'm going to do this by myself attitude, and he did it well, but he might acknowledge his road didn't need to be so bumpy. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. 3-bet on the left-hand side from Daniel. Doug does call. Flops 10-5 deuce. Rainbow board. Very deep here. Not very deep, but pretty deep. $64,000. A little over 150 big blinds. Daniel checks it over. You tired, buddy?
A little bit.
Need some Coke?
The hell?
I'm just kidding.
It's wrong.
I'm just joking, man.
But you're serious? No, I'm joking.
No, I'm not.
I know you're not.
You're a drug-free kid forever, kid. No drugs free ever. You're the stallion, okay?
No drugs.
Ride
forever.
it out till you need them. Wait till you're 28.
I don't need drugs.
Wait till you're 28. Give me 8 years. Once life takes you around, whips you around a little bit, then maybe you come.
You come back.
No, that's not how it works. How it works is you end up meeting a girl and you fall in love with her, and then she's like, "Hey, you want to do some drugs?" And you're like, "Sure."
Fuck it, why not?
Fuck it, why not? That's how it works, man. So avoid that situation.
I will do my very best to do that.
Yeah. Doug, left-hand side, bets 2/3 pot. See what Daniel's going to do here. 10-5 deuce, 3 bets pre-flop. Doug's in the tank, or Daniel's in the tank. So Daniel did 3-bet. And he does fold, lays it down. Doug takes it down.
Yeah, no, I don't drink caffeine.
Stop playing drums with the mic. Oh.
Me?
Yeah, do you not drink caffeine either?
No.
So you just water and food?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Stop playing drums with the mic.
Makes a lot of sense. Daniel, battling back and forth here. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a pretty long match, huh?
Yeah,
For
sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be.
Might be a few
playing
months.
25,000
A few months,
hands.
yeah.
This is going to be like a couple of months, right? Yeah.
Like Chance and Phil's
Dude,
might go
I'm
on
going
for
to
a
get
while.
so fucking good at Hold'em watching this. This is going to be epic. I cannot wait.
Well, at the very least, you're gonna like understand like ranges really well,
Yeah, I know.
which is actually better than just seeing hole cards, because like most of the time, people try to like fit hole cards into a strategy,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're looking at it from a range perspective and then seeing the hole cards fit, it's a lot more fulfilling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Where it's like, oh, like he could have this hand, and like there it is. But bam.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to win one of my first live tournaments, too. Actually, I've won some live tournaments, but VFW with my stepdad. They took half the money for prize pool for the VFW, but it was nice. Well, 50% rake. Yeah.
Not 50% first place rake.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. No, they took 50% of the prize pool. No, man, it's 50% rake. I'm telling you.
You got.
Uh-oh. Doug Polk, check raise left-hand side. He 3-bet pre-flop. 3-bet pre-flop. Check raises the 10-jack-7 2 spades board.
Yep, this makes a lot of sense. This board's really good for It's better for Daniel as a caller to the 3-bet, but Doug is also going to have some strong hands that he is going to check on the flop in order to raise aggressively. Hands like 8-9, hands like 7s, 10s, jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Because Daniel's going to have a lot of connectivity in the sense of having gut shots and strong 2 pairs and flush draws and backdoor draws and things of that nature that are going to want to stab to get Doug to fold his ace-high garbage hands.
Mm-hmm.
So check on the turn.
So $24,000 pot. Flush gets there on the river. $50,000 behind. Doug, 3-bet pre-flop. Check raises the flop. Checks turn. Checks river. Let's see what Dan Negreanu does here. Doug, check raising on the right hand side at the same time. Daniel, big bet, 18,000, saying he's got a flush.
This is quite the big bet. Yeah, he is basically saying he has a flush or nothing. Because in this spot, most of his value combos, like a straight, would mostly bet the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he has a hand like 8-9 of spades. That might have some like protective checkbacks because it's doing just fine if a spade hits the river. But like a hand like 8-9 of hearts is a lot more vulnerable for obvious reasons.
Right, it makes a lot of sense. 2 flush draws out there. So does Doug ever check raise king queen there on the flop?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah, because it's an open-ended draw. King queen with a king of spades, sure. King queen with a diamond.
What are his bluffs there?
Dogs?
Jack 7, two spades. What does he check raise bluffing there with?
King queen.
King queen only?
No.
And then he's
Some ace-high backdoor draws. Like
ace backdoor diamonds?
It was Jack 10-7.
Yeah.
What if he's like a hand like ace-8 might be in there, like ace-8 of diamonds.
Okay.
Might be in there a small percentage.
Interesting.
Some lower showdown value hands that block the straights. Hands like his weaker 3-bets.
Like 7,
Like a
8,
6-9 suited with a
6-9
backdoor
suited. Okay.
kind of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hands that like have equity on later streets, but no inherent showdown value.
Interesting. Okay. You think he's check raising there often?
No.
Because you're saying a lot of hands, so it sounds like his range is pretty wide.
Well, I'm just saying select combos.
Okay.
Like it has to be like specific suits.
Specific suits.
Most of the time
Makes sense.
in spots like
with
this. Yeah.
that have backdoor diamonds.
Exactly.
Typically.
Yeah. Or a spade blocker in some way. And that's the thing about heads up is ranges are just so wide. It's really hard to like navigate post flop and be on the money every time you play a hand.
Right.
Because you're taking so much of your range to a 3-bet pot, in theory.
Mm-hmm.
And so is and also Doug. Like he 3-bets a lot. Like probably around where he's supposed
is he
to.
3-betting ace-9 offsuit, ace-8 offsuit?
I think these are 3-bets. Yeah.
Okay. So if he has that hand, then that makes sense.
If I remember correctly, like ace-8 off with the ace of spades would be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Rick Schroeder said, I cut out caffeine years ago. Sounds cliche, but it's life-changing when you've been on it for 20 years. Yeah, I really want to go back to going like all I guess I was never all natural because I used to drink a lot of soda when I was a kid, and then I found out it was all sugar, and sugar's kind of poison. So, yeah, once I did a lot of financial research and a lot of health research, and I figured out why sugar is legal, because the companies who can spend the most money on lobbying seem to do a pretty good job at that. And people love sugar. I don't know. They love sugar. There's stores in Vegas called the Sugar Factory.
We saw that one at the mall.
Yeah,
it's sugar
exactly.
one. Yeah, it's just candy.
You're like, wait, what is sugar? Sugar's good for you?
God, no.
And you're like, no, fuck, man. Stan Mitchell, Joey is the coolest hat in the game. Thank you very much. Shout out to my girlfriend Shelby. She's out there right now doing a great job. Love her very much. And we wish her well. Dan Yager says, Landon's commentary is solid. And watching this with my son, Joey or Landon, can you throw a shout out to my son, Braden Yager? Give him a shout out, buddy.
Shout out to Braden Yager. What's going on, Braden Yager? Shout out. I gotta like have my little hype voice a little bit, Joey.
Yeah.
Joey's making me have the hype voice.
It's okay.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Welcome.
Nice
Welcome to the
nice.
stream.
Shout out to your son. Hope he's enjoying himself out there. Hope you're enjoying yourself, brother. Make sure you're building some nice habits for the future, man. Some nice habits for the future. Understand the financial world, my friend. Understand how it works, right?
Yep.
Spend less money than you make. Invest the money that you have. Get your money out of the United States dollar. Understand what assets versus liabilities are, okay? Understand what earned income means. Understand what investment means.
I don't know what these words mean.
Well,
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
All this money you're getting now.
Sure.
Better
I'll be
learn how that
fine,
stuff works.
man.
What?
So I'll be fine.
You'll
Like,
be-
my
you
life's
say-
not changing.
I'm saying it changes. It's called you're protecting your future. That's how it works
Just
out.
gonna play more poker.
Well, you gotta protect your future in the meantime. That's what I'm saying.
Protect the future now.
You gotta protect your future. Uh-oh.
You logged out.
We got logged out here. Wait a second. Okay, we
'Cause
got logged back in the last second, guys. Hold on a second. Let me pull it back up. Do ba 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 ba. We got logged out. Ba 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 ba. Let me go back in. Hold on one second. Do. Ba 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 ba. Talk to him, Landon.
Talk to him.
Talk to him, buddy.
I don't know. What you got for me, chat? What you got for me? Is this only streamed on YouTube? Are we streaming on Twitch or no?
I'm not on Twitch today. I am.
We're not on Twitch today.
But I'll be on Twitch in the future though. I mean, I was gone for the weekend, so I had to get this set up last minute. Nope, that's not going to be it. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I gotta change this around real quick. There we go. And it's on a fly. What a god. Is he a fucking god or what? How do I do this?
You're getting it done right now.
I'm getting it done. Under pressure, some people might panic there. A little arrow goes off.
Ba-bow.
Ba-bow. Not me. We're back in the mix here. Let's go. Let's get it. Larry Underwood, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys a lot. Kate Up says, Joey, what part of LV are you in? Green Valley, Henderson, or Summerlin? I am not in either. I'm near the Strip. I love Summerlin. I love Henderson. I love Green Valley. Summerlin's probably my favorite area of Las Vegas. If you move to town, I'd probably recommend living there. Unless you want to play a lot of poker, then I'd recommend living closer to the Strip. I think Henderson is also a beautiful area too. I mean, they're basically all the same things, right? There's
Vegas is really nice.
Yeah, Vegas is nice. The scenery's nice. The hiking's very nice. There's a lot of parks here that are beautiful. There is a lot of food options that are healthier as well too. So it's not just all kind of bad food for you. You got the Strip. If you want to come enjoy yourself, you can always come to the Strip, the casinos, the restaurants too. There's great restaurants off the Strip. A lot of people are here in the poker world. Very nice people. Landon, you got a big community out here. I got a lot of friends out here too. It's the weather is usually pretty nice. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vegas has been great. I've been here for like 3 months.
Yeah, what do you think about Vegas? You came
love
out here
Vegas.
for summer and you just kind of stayed and chilled out.
I kind of stayed. Yeah. Vegas is great.
Yeah.
I don't play that much live poker, at least at the moment.
Uh-huh.
So like being off the Strip is kind of nice because it's away from the hustle and bustle, if you will.
Vegas beats you down. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a very distracting place. You start getting your sleep out of line. You drink too much. You start doing drugs. You start hanging out with...
Or you just don't do those things.
You start hanging out with people that are the wrong people to hang out with.
Or you don't do that either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to do that. You got to stay away from these motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now, man. You got to watch out. The thing is, as you have more success at what you're doing, the people start coming up to you. They want to be friends with you. They want to... And not even necessarily out of nefarious reasons. They just kind of want to be around you because they think you're vibing and think you're popping. They want to be around that type of energy or learn something from you or get staked by you or kind of be your friend or whatever. So it's like, definitely. In Vegas, you meet so many people that there's just more opportunity for that to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Come to Vegas, Bink MTT, stay a few months living the life. Amen, man. Someone says, what do I think about living in Vidara? I think Vidara is quite nice. I like the location. It's right off there. If you want to get an Uber, you can go someplace. It's not very convenient to get to the freeway, I don't think. So if you're going to Henderson and Summerlin a lot, which are the suburbs here, and Vidara's on the Strip, might not be the best place to be. But if you want to play poker at Aria and Bellagio, it's a beautiful place to be. It's also very nice, but expensive downstairs with the cafe and the Starbucks and those type of things like that. And the nearest grocery stores are kind of farther away with Whole Foods down south. And there's some Smiths down the road, maybe like 10, 15 minutes away if you like Smiths, or if you like Trader Joe's or Sprouts or one of the healthier options, you got to go a little farther. So I see pros and cons for living in Vidara. How do you like the area you live in?
It's nice. It's
like
kind of isolated. Like at Matt's place, it's kind of isolated.
Yeah.
A little bit away from stuff, but very calming. Away from all of like.
Yeah, it is calming. Yeah.
You've been there.
Yeah, I like it out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great out there.
Yeah. So as we can see here, Daniel is clawing back on the right-hand side. Doug's up to 100,000 here on the left, and I think Doug's up a little bit of money right now for the session. He's been doing well. Elliot says, "Are you guys looking forward to the new season of High Stakes Poker?" Absolutely. I think that it's really it's not high stakes poker, right? Like it's to me when you buy a show and then you like call it the same name, but it's a lot of different people are involved and it's like a different period of time and it's not really the same camaraderie and the same people that are playing on the shows. Like I don't necessarily see it as high stakes poker, but I understand for the allure of the casual fan that you want to brand it high stakes poker and and I think they got Durr and Ivy to play one of the matches, which is nice.
They did.
So I think that'll be fun to see those guys play. But it'd be also nice to see some young guns in the mix too, like Landon. But they're, who are those young guns that could compete at that level? There might not probably isn't many out there. So
Few and far between.
yeah,
It's a lot of dollars. I think the problem, because there's lots of very young and good poker players, but a problem would be having access to that amount of capital
right.
and like having a way to sell action. Like if you're playing a 100, 200 game, but the straddles are on, so it's always 1, 2, 4, 8,
Yeah.
sometimes 16, right? Like to comfortably play that game, you need to have like a 7-figure bankroll.
Right.
And like it's hard for younger kids that are
Look at his hand in the right.
winning in these games.
Right. It's a check raise.
Yeah, they're just
it's a
memeing.
check-
Well, they're chopping. It's a meme. Like
Yeah, it's a check, min bet, check min bet, check min, check min, bunch of
Min,
a bunch of
min.
min. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Basically, what Landon's saying is that if you think you're good at poker and you want to play higher stakes, find people that have money, and then prove yourself to them somehow, whether it's through giving them value in terms of what you can provide, whether it's strategy or friendship or support or whatever. And yeah, that's a tried and true strategy by many people out there.
it's a good one.
Will you guys interview both players at the halfway point or at 5K hands played? Listen, this is my first day back in content, 2.5 months. I got a pretty rough plan, but I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff around this. I'm going to be trying to figure out ways to distribute the information of what's happening with the challenge so that more people out there know what's happening. So people can follow it and have a good time. Harbs, shout out to Harbs. You just say you just woke up. What's up, Harbs?
Yeah, you have many things to do.
Yeah, what's happening, buddy? So you think these guys are going to quit in 3 minutes, Landon?
I kind of hope so. I'm a little
You're
tired.
getting tired? Yeah, I can tell you're getting tired.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I went for 6 hours. I could have went 6 more.
I,
When it comes to talking poker, I'm fucking like, I'm ready.
yesterday's final table. Yesterday's day 2 was like 16 hours.
I know. You sure you don't want some? Yeah. Latwit says, Joey, I would suggest aiming for one show that requires prep, like interview a week. Seems like you push so hard, it leads to burnout. Very relatable. Structure helps. Absolutely. That is my biggest issue is I don't have structure at all. I have no process or organization. I just go.
And then it gets too much.
And then it gets way too fucking much. Trying to balance that with friendship and relationships and eating healthy and taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. I mean,
Did you take that from Daniel?
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was so good. I mean, it's hilarious. It's also like GTO manifestation. I don't know if you guys study spirituality, but
Bro,
declaring your intentions and affirmations beforehand and believing in that and sticking focused to the dream. Some people believe in that.
I know. I'm not someone that necessarily does, but like there was just some feeling that like in that tournament, like I was just not going to be taken out of that seat. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving here without chips.
Landon kept walking over to us and he was like, I'm not winning. Like, I'm gonna win this. I'm not losing. There's no way I'm losing this. I'm winning this match. His last night match he played. So it was quite, the attitude was quite nice. It's refreshing. You know, it's you need a lot of
I think you just need that
and belief in
confidence,
yourself.
yeah.
You have to have it, yeah. I think that used to be one of my greatest things in poker.
I used to like not have it very much.
I know,
Because
then you got it, right? Yeah,
Well, the reason why I think I got it was because of just the sheer amount of work I've done
Mm-hmm.
in all of these spots, especially playing heads up, getting to that point. And after I kind of got calmed down a little bit,
Yeah,
I've prepared for it.
right.
And I'm just going to implement what I prepared for. And then whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
I just had that kind of approach the entire tournament. And it ended up working out pretty well. And obviously sometimes it doesn't go your way with variance. And I could have, like I went all in earlier in day 2 with a set versus top 2 all in on the turn. And if the guy drills a 4-outer, that's it. Turn it over.
Right.
I don't even get this far. I like min cash for small. But
No one's saying how much they love you on social media, are they? They're not making messages saying how much they love you if you that happens too. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? When you have a big score and you have big success and all of a sudden like people come out and they start congratulating
Because
you and you're like, I'm kind of doing the same thing I do every day. I just happen to win more money.
it's because people just attach the results to the overall gameplay of like this guy got first, he must be really good and he deserves praise.
Right.
But I know, like for myself and like the people that I talk to about poker, that the way I played the entire tournament was just lights out. in most of the spots in the way I viewed them. I just was really confident in myself and the things I was doing, that whatever place I got didn't matter because I played well, and I took that with me.
When's it time to step up and maybe start battling against some of these other guys that've been around the scene for a long time?
What do you mean?
The high roller circuit, stuff like that. Some of these guys.
It's not even out now. But
yeah, it's coming back.
When it comes back, we'll see. I mean.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are excited. I mean, I think it's easy when you see someone who doesn't play against people that they would consider the best, and they're having success, to say, oh, well, how would that person do against the best players?
Sure.
And they want to see what that happens. They want to see the SB Rugbies from online come battle the Phil Ivies and Tom Dwans in the live arena. And even though it might not necessarily say exactly who the better player is, you still get to see that action. You get to see the fun. That's what we come to watch poker for. We like the fun. We like the excitement. We like the hands.
For me, like, I genuinely like playing against tough opponents and getting put in tough spots and making me think. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I'll see where I'm at in the sense of how I'm playing versus them, how I implement in a higher stake scenario, like in like a 25K with like $1 million up top or something. I don't think it'll change because
I don't think so.
If you respect what poker is, the stake doesn't really matter. Like if you respect the decision you have to make, like if you know you have to run a big bluff in a spot, but it feels scary, but you know it's still a good thing to do, and it feels like the right idea, like you just kind of have to go for it.
Got to do it no matter the stakes, huh?
You have to.
Amen to that. Picking back up the action here, guys. Shout out to Landon as well. Vito V says, Joey, Landon, hey guys, I have a question. For example, if I move to Vegas, are people there more open to the idea of poker being an actual skill game which can be profitable in the long term?
I mean, people that are winning in poker, yeah. People that are losing, no. It's just like, that's how it's always going to be, right? Everyone that like plays poker recreationally, that hears someone plays poker, they think that they're losing all their money. And then there's like a few select group of people that make a lot of money in poker and then see poker as a very profitable investment because people aren't playing too well. So you just get both sides of that coin.
I mean, I think if you put the work in, put the effort in, try to get better, you're going to have an advantage in whatever it is that you do, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's poker, business, your job, your career, your family, your friends, your workout, your health, your body, your mind. Pick a category you want to work at. Repetitively do it. Try to find good information. Hopefully find a good mentor or teacher.
Looks like they're still playing after 3 hours.
I know. These guys are getting after it. I like it a lot.
Do they just know that I'm doing commentary and I'm tired as fuck and they're just like
You
putting
think so?
me... No.
You want to bring in Shelb? Shelb, you want to come tap out Landon? Shelb said she wanted to do some commentary earlier.
She did?
Yeah.
Where's Shelby?
Go ask her, see if she wants to do something. We might bring in Big Shelby. She might be coming in for a commentary.
A winning PLO player.
A winning Texas Hold'em player. Go ask her and see. I'll pick up the mix, man. I don't mind.
Go.
D-Negs, chop it back up this right-hand side here, boys. Check races the river. Takes it down. And now he's up to $83,000. So right now, it looks like, what do you guys think the total? I think it's about even right now. I would say this match is about even for the session. So Daniel is still going to be up $25,000. Yeah, Landon was up. He was up late last night. The kid he probably got back to like 4. Can you imagine, guys? You win your first tournament, $200,000. You go home like you're trying to sleep. He didn't go to sleep until like 2 hours before I woke up. So he was awake till like 7 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. So. Left-hand side here. Straight gets there on the river.
I don't know where Shelby is, so I'll stay.
Stuart says, Upswing Poker just passed us to your stream. Shout out to Upswing Poker. Shout out to my guys over there. I think, who was streaming today? Brady was streaming. My man Boski. Shout out to Boski, man. Boski's always working hard in Vegas. That guy loves Vegas a lot too, man. He's always bowling, eating a lot of food, playing a lot of tournaments. That dude lives a,
he was telling me I needed a textured shirt.
You definitely need a textured shirt.
You have some fire textured shirts.
I got some great shirts, man. I learned that from watching a certain poker live stream. That's where I learned about the power of textured shirts.
The power of positive thinking.
When someone says I'm going bald, what's with this guy Ollie Gravy guy? I'm not going bald, buddy. Look at this hair, man. My hair's not going bald. We still got beautiful hair. We just got to put some product in it, man. This hair is. Well, we're wearing a Texas Hold'em hat. We're watching Hold'em.
As all cultured men do.
Exactly. Brady and Boski. Shout to Brady. More steak is better. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, somebody made a joke earlier about Daniel taking a break to go tell someone he's vegan. I mean,
people on the internet are so cringy with their jokes sometimes. Not saying I'm not cringy also, because I'm definitely am, but
yeah,
on occasion. Some of those things with the vegan jokes, I don't know.
yeah.
Mario says, what up, Mario from Missoula? What's up, Mario? Mario Nonia. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the match. Dan Negreanu, Doug Polk. Day 6, I believe. I think it's the 6th session they played. Maybe 7th session they played. Matchup started a couple weeks ago. It started off, they played live on Poker Go. High stakes feud, the duel. It was quite wonderful. Why don't you drink some water, man? Get some water. Water get you some back in you, man.
I'll be fine.
Get a water. Make yourself a glass of water, buddy. Got fire going on.
Get the taco about fitness.
Get that glass of water in you, man.
What was like donut slack off? You fucking worked out.
Get your hydration out there, guys. Get your hydration. Make sure you get your waters up there. Make sure you're trying to eat healthy in this quarantine. You're not just drinking a bunch of soda, getting drunk all the time. Your body's not going to like you in the future if you do that. A little bit of balance is fine. A little bit of out of line is fine. Is it fine? I don't know. We'll see. Left-hand side goes check, check. Right-hand table. D-Nex waiting for a decision. Momentum building on his side. He might get up to 100K stack for the first time today. Left-hand side, Daniel Betts gets snap called by two pair, and Doug takes home a little pot, $8,500. Daniel turning the ace-10 offsuit into a bluff there. Let's see if we can pull that one back up real quick. It's kind of an interesting play. Little PLO play there with the nut flush blocker. Let's see if we can get this up here for you guys. So yeah, right here, Daniel... Check calls flop, ace-10, 1 heart. Turn goes check, check. River, Daniel bluffs with the ace-10 of hearts. So he just had that nut flush blocker in his hand, Potlam and Omaha kind of play. But Doug calls the 6-4 pretty quickly. Flushes miss. Takes it down. Nice hand by Doug. Back here, we're picking up some action. We got a 3-bet pot on the right-hand table. 10-5-6, 10-5-7 board, 2 clubs. Getting a little worried here. What's going on? Why is Doug not up about 1 million buy-ins? Those guys that got 4-1 must be feeling pretty fucking good about the results so far.
Berkey has Daniel at like 4-1.
4-1, yeah. So D-Nex, 3 bets pre-flop, 10-5-7, 2 clubs. Check raises Doug, and Doug folds quickly, and Daniel's up to a $94,000 stack. He might. No, I don't think he's in the lead. He could be in the lead for this session, guys. I mean, pretty impressive battling here from Daniel. George Rice, Upswing Poker, shut down and chased everyone over here. Say hi. What's up, guys? If you're coming over here from Upswing, thank you for tuning in. I'll be doing commentary on this challenge for the rest of the challenge. Hopefully they don't play 4-hour matches total. It's a lot easier if they do 2 to 3, but I'm all for it. I'm excited. And I'll be here. I'm joined by Landon Tice, Kid Landon, 21-year-old phenom poker player. He's over here. He's drinking a water. He was playing 16 hours yesterday at the Venetian, shipping tournaments, taking names, making people tap out, putting them in the body bag, whatever you want to call it.
That's kind of what I would say.
Some people got more than 4-1. So, okay, question, guys. If you could place a bet right now on Daniel Negreanu, at 3-1, would you do it? At 2-1, would you do it? What do you guys think? Even money. I don't think I'd bet on him at even money. I don't think I'd bet on him at 2-1. I don't think I'd bet on him at 3-1. But that's just me. I think I would. I still have Doug as the favorite. Doug takes down a little pot on the left-hand side with that pair of 9s. Doug is in for 160K. So if Doug's in for 160K, he is down a little bit right now. And Daniel Negreanu is currently our leader for the session. Yeah, Daniel plus 12K. Deeb has D-Negs and 1.1 million in a bet with Ryan Fee. Jesus Christ. No? Yeah, I don't think so, man. I mean, some people said they go as low as 2.5-1, 3.5-1, 3-1, 4-1, 6-1, 4-1. Yeah. What do you think, kid? What would you do? What would you go with here?
What do you mean?
If you're going to bet on Daniel, what odds would you need? Much love, J.A. Thank you very much, buddy.
What odds would I need on Daniel?
Yeah. Yeah, wait, chew your food off the camera. What are we saying? Mukbang? This ain't one of those food porn videos where people eat food. So Doug takes another pot in the left-hand table, back over that 100K stack size. Daniel, 3-bet pot on the right-hand table. Trying to get over that 100,000 chip stack for the first time. We got a mukbang over here.
No, I'm just...
We're all like eating. It's like ASMR with Landon Tice.
It's not. I'm far away from the mic. Chill out.
A 4-bet from Doug Polk. We've seen him 4-betting a lot, and Daniel lays it down quickly. Left-hand table, Doug 3-bets, and Daniel calls.
But yeah, so I'm still getting used to this whole camera stuff because it's hard to like look straight. That's why I'm like staring at you, but I'm not staring. I'm just.
Don't let the chat get to you. Just do what you got to do, buddy.
I had a big piece. I had a very big piece. I did good.
Left-hand table.
When am I gonna do it? $200,000. I'm gonna do nothing.
Hooker. You know what you can do with the money.
Bump out.
We didn't even do that yet. We'll whip that out later. Right-hand table. Really good board for Ace-King. Let's see if Doug puts the full...
He could, very easily.
Puts the maximum amount here.
Steamrolls it.
Steamrolls it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Did he 3-bet?
He 3-bet pre-flop. Oh, he showed on the ace.
He checks it.
Wah. I don't know why he didn't.
Well, the reason why he checked is because if Daniel has a king himself, he's going to value bet. And then he's going to get wrecked by the mighty and fury of Doug.
What if Doug bets there and Daniel has a king he's going to call?
Of course. Either way, he gets stacked, but Doug wants to protect himself sometimes when he checks the river.
So he wants to have some of those really strong hands to his raise when he checks the river.
Of course.
Makes sense. Okay. So Doug, 3-bets left-hand side, right-hand side. D-Negs putting the raise in on the 9-pairing board. Looks like Doug led the turn. Doug calls. Third 9 comes on the river. Both players can't have quads. This is not ACR. Do that before. Listen, man. This is what it is.
A software misdeal.
A software misdeal. Doug shows on full house. Jack 7. Left-hand table. Doug 3-bets. Faces a 1/4 pot bet from Daniel. And Doug's going to call. So Doug 3-bets. Ace on the turn. Good card for Doug's range. Let's see what happens here.
Doug can go with some quarter pots, some third pots, and then also go for an 80% as well. Just leverage stacks on the river like that. 80%.
Well, here we go. Yeah, big bet from Doug.
There it is.
Gets Daniel in tough spot with his jacks, and maybe had a 7.
Well, no, a jack. It sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
So in a spot like this, you actually want to have a jack with like a low kicker, like a jack low, because you want him to have the king queen. But now the 10 on the river,
what's gonna happen?
You want to have a king jack blocking the king queen straight. Doug might just come pile driving in here, stack the pot 1.
Oh, he does.
He checks again. Ace queen. He's checking back an ace. Doug is trying to get the old man speeding. He's trying to catch the old man speeding.
No. Let me talk about that hand for a second. Wait a second. So is he trying to induce here?
Yes.
Okay. Doug 3-bets.
Okay.
He check calls ace high.
Okay.
Turns the ace. Bets 80%.
Oh, he
called.
leads.
Yeah, he led the turn.
Wow.
So is this what is happening on the river here? Is he checking for?
Well, he's definitely calling off.
Right. So why not value bet?
You ever try to induce a bluff before, Joey?
I have definitely done a induce a bluff. Yeah.
That's exactly.
But is this a spot? Is this a spot to do it though?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Daniel can have 5-6, right?
And you think he's going to turn that into a bluff?
He has 6 high on the river.
Okay.
I can also see the merit for jamming, getting paid by a jack.
Right. Yeah.
This line is this is a spicy line.
It's a spicy hand.
Like
right
I don't
here.
like use. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to overuse spicy, but this one, there was some
What
spicy.
an interesting hand. Yeah. So Doug check calls, backdoor straight
Did
draw, backdoor diamond.
He 3-bet pre check call
He
flop
3-bet
led
pre,
turn.
check call flop. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Led the turn. Very interesting.
The
Clean
big
lead. What do you guys think
side.
about the river there, boys? What are my chat guys thinking out there? What do you guys think here? River, you get there, pot size bet left. What are you going to get called by on the river when you do lead? So
The thing is, I think Doug's hand might actually be a value bet in sometimes because having the queen of diamonds makes it less likely that your opponent has a combo draw bluffer on the river.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you'd want your opponent in this case, debatably, to have like a queen X of diamonds because it's very unlikely that he gets to the river with any other suits.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes in heads up, which kind of sucks, you have to turn flush draws into bluffs, even though it sucks to have a flush draw because you want your opponent to have a flush draw.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious. I have this is just a spot that I'm not too versed in myself. And
Yeah. Make Boy Finn says Ace Queen is a problem. Yeah, it seems like a problem spot. And it just seems like it got kind of unlucky with the run out there too. When the 10 comes, I guess King Queen gets there. I don't know if he's gonna have King Queen facing that bet on the turn. That's a really interesting hand. I'd like to I'd be interested to hear a lot of people think about that.
it seems really weird. I'm gonna run that one later.
Yeah.
See what the sim has to say.
Hope Jones says no matter what Doug does, it's the right call. Maybe not. Maybe it isn't. Maybe he fucked up. Maybe he made a bad play.
I think everyone makes mistakes a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Doug is the first to admit when he makes bad plays.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Doug talks about post some of these matches. Like, yeah, he's like, I didn't play well today. And sometimes that happens.
I think we all make mistakes.
I make mistakes all the time.
You in that session last night, you said you were locked the fuck in the entire session, but
I definitely made some mistakes, but in the moment, I just felt like I was just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will trust Doug's strategy. When I watch Texas Hold'em heads up, and I'm gonna critique Doug K. Polk, the supreme leader, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna usually defer with Doug, and I'm gonna take a look at what he played, and I'm gonna assume it's coming from a pretty well thought out place, and then I'm gonna try to figure out what that well thought out place might be.
Yeah.
That's how you get better. Doug 3-bets right hand side. Daniel calls. Daniel's still trying to get over that 100K chip stack mark. Jack 10-8, 2 spades. It's one of those spots we see some of the check raises, right? That's
Yeah.
After you 3-bet pre-flop.
And these Jack 10-8s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but stacks are a little bit deeper, so it's really less likely.
So
10 on the turn's really good for Daniel.
These sorts of Jack 10-8, the deeper stacks.
It's just always, yeah.
Okay.
Like the deeper the stacks is, like the less money goes in by default because the stack to pot's too high.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the difference between this and tournaments where, like, if the stack to pot's like 0.5 and you have a pair on Jack 10-8 and you're a big blind, you like donk jam. Like, you just stop and go. Like, that's why there's more of that, because like the stack to pot's less. You get to realize all your equity. But in spots when there's deeper SPRs and then people put in all the money, or they're funneling in more money and you have like a weakish hand, Doug Rivers is a very illogical hand to check all the way down, and then he rivers the boat and checks. But yeah, like, if people are going to put in more money at a higher SPR, like, you're not going to realize your equity as easily. So it's harder to put more big blinds in the pot.
Interesting. Okay. So on that board texture, Jack 10-8, after you check as a 3-better out position that deep, are you very rarely check raising? Or are you
Correct.
playing? You're just playing check calls.
Well, you're playing some. Well, you'll have some raises, but like you'll raise at like an appropriate, responsible frequency, like maybe 15%.
And those hands on Jack 10-8 would include
A 9.
9.
Flush draws.
Okay.
Sets.
A bear 9, like
pair.
ace 9.
Ace 9 with a backdoor.
So
And a spade.
okay.
Like,
So it's kind of like, I think it's an important board, right? Because I feel like you're hitting this kind of texture. We talked about this earlier. So if you're not check raising, are you making a mistake there?
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
so that's what I'm saying. It seems like a big mistake to make.
It's a mistake if you're not raising anywhere. Like if you only play check calls, it's a massive mistake
Mm-hmm.
in every part of the game. True.
I think it's important to emphasize that too. I think a lot of players might say, well, I don't need to bluff here, or I don't need to do this here because...
Sure, it's like you don't... I mean, some spots it's true, but in the holistic strategy approach, it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way I improved and the way I got better was thinking about how practical a theoretical approach was in a specific spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. I actually... My theory on Daniel in this match was that I feel like people are underestimating him because the guy's been around for fucking 20 years, and I just know that you don't stick around poker for 20 years unless you're really, really good.
I agree.
You're doing something extremely well, you're good at getting better, you're good at asking the right questions, you're good at learning people around you. So I was very curious to see how this match would fare out. Like, would Doug really just like steamroll him? Like, I didn't necessarily think so. Everyone else seemed really adamant, and so I'm not surprised to see him be able to keep up. I think a lot of people out there are, and maybe it's just early, and maybe at some point in time as the match goes on and time goes on, then it goes in Doug's favor. But I think Daniel is someone that you're not around poker this long.
No one's around poker this long.
Right. Yeah. It's something to remember though when you're thinking about one of these guys like Dan Negreanu, man.
It also just depends on the environment. Like, let's say, because for Daniel, most of his play was live, correct?
Right. He didn't really play much online. That's true. Maybe
it was mostly live. So like, if people are playing live poker, the skill gap between live and online is pretty massive. Definitely nowadays can attest to that. And it's just like, let's say like I've been playing poker for about 2 years professionally since January of 2019. And there's been people that are playing professional poker for longer than I've been alive that have only played live poker.
Mm-hmm.
So that their overall skill is capped because they're adapting to their environment.
Right.
To where they don't think that they need to have check raises or they need to have aggressive bluffs just because their environment doesn't force them to. And through that, there's some players that are like a little bit aggressive in the live realm that have some really good results because they just put the pedal to the metal in spots where people think, oh, people never bluff in this spot because it's too scary and there's too much money up top. And that's kind of like what I leveraged deep in the tournament, final 2 tables, when I had a chip stack and I was just trying to make responsible bluffs in spots that I know bluffs made sense. In spots where people would think to themselves, oh, like they only have like the overpair here, or it's always a set, or they always have trips. But in reality, like a studied player knows that you have to have bluffs, but that doesn't make you like a psycho. It just means that you have bluffs, which makes you scarier to play against by default. Because when you have that that reputation, like that image of being the crazy guy, like you're not actually crazy, you're just more balanced than others in some instances.
Yeah, man, you put that well, dude. You put that very well. You know, I also, a big benefit out of this for Daniel is that after he does this, he's not only going to be getting better at his game, but I feel like he's going to come back to tournaments and
from the ashes. He'll get the smoke.
I think this is going to extend his career 5 to 10 years more. I think he might already last it no matter what, but getting this sort of skill level in this competition he's just going to feel so much more confident playing against weaker players now in the future that it might cost him some money if he loses, but in the long run, with the attention and the sponsorship money and with having to get much better, could be good. Killer Void says, what's the line on Landon being in poker 10 years from now? Does he have the staying power you do? I don't know, man. I think so. I think you got to stay in poker for more than 10 years. You got to really, really love the game. And I think Landon's like kind of how I was when I was younger. Just like loved playing the game, didn't really care about what else all came with it, and just wanted to grind and wanted to try to become the best version of himself that he could be. So I think that's the kind of attitude you need, whereas if you come into poker and you say, I just want to use poker to make money and move on to something else, then that's the sort of person that most likely isn't going to stick around poker because you're not necessarily maybe in love with the game or in love with the community or in love with sort of the lifestyle or anything like that.
Like,
so, yeah, I think you got the right Landon has the right attitude for someone to get to that point of the career.
Like, I think for me, like, I don't really play poker to live my life. I kind of like live my life to play poker. Like I kind of revolve my life around improving in poker, and rather than trying to just make money, like having like this big score and then having more scores and then quitting poker. Like for me, poker is all about just the constant improvement of myself and like trying to understand the game at its highest level, and that's what draws me to poker. More than the money and more than the stuff that comes along with it. And money is kind of the byproduct of putting in the work out of respect for the game.
Yeah. Well, Doug here put in respect with a 2/3 pot bet on the turd.
Respecting the game with a responsible bet.
With a responsible
with some 3 times pot all ins.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, I think the attitude you have is shared by others, but not by a ton of others, because I think a lot of people they see the money first and foremost, and they don't necessarily view it that way as you do. But I think that's the attitude that nice hand from Doug there. Value bet with the 10s on the left hand table. 121,000 chip stack, might be one of the biggest chip stacks we've seen so far from today's match. Rob
definitely.
Manjura, great question. Joey, what impact do you think Daniel's coaching is having on this outcome? There's a lot of chatter that Daniel has several top-tier coaches. How far do you think that moves the line? So he definitely has great players around him, great coaches, very well-studied players. There are a lot of very well-studied players out there these days who are capable of explaining how to do certain things or certain heuristics. And if you're someone who's knowledgeable at poker like Daniel is, I think it'd be easier for you to pick up. So if him and his team if they're studying these, if they're watching him play right now, and if they're going over the hands and they're going, Daniel, let's work on a few of these spots. Daniel comes out next time, plays those spots better. That's going to have a large amount of outcome. There's a reason why teams have coaches. The coaches help out the players who might not be able to see things that other people can't see. So I think it has a huge. Now, how far does that move a line? I don't know. It's a good question. What do you think, Landon?
Well, I think the line was made with that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like people knew that Daniel was getting coaching from specific people, and they decided that the line at 4-1 was a reasonable line to set.
Mm-hmm.
And then the market has decided to speak.
Exactly.
The market has spoken for itself.
If everyone comes out and says they're all slamming the 4-1, well, then the market's gonna
then
shift,
okay, then maybe
gonna
it's
go
gonna be like 3-1, or
Right,
maybe it's gonna be like 2-1. Like
And
that's how like sports markets work.
Well, yeah, I think they have
Like
better
for sports-
models
like
for
for
this.
sports
There's really
sure.
no model for this, right?
No,
we
there's
have,
not.
we have a debatably one of the top home players at heads up of all time versus one of the top poker players overall of all time.
Like
So-
live tournament pros, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it could easily be that like Daniel's actually only like a 2-1 dog here. It could be,
it could be, right?
Sure,
I mean,
like
yeah.
I don't know what the actual line is, but like if that's the case, which we'll never know, if people like slam Daniel 4-1, then they made a plus EV investment. But
Yeah, here we
if
go.
If Doug's winning this 80% of the time, then it's not. Well, no, it actually is. It'd be break even getting 4-1, but
You don't sports bet, buddy. It's okay.
numbers are hard, man.
Don't sports bet.
Numbers
Stay away from sports betting. I'm glad. I don't even want you to.
I don't know. Numbers are fucking hard, man. It's difficult.
Calm down. Daniel facing a big bet here. 14,000 from Doug.
Is the young man speeding? Is the question.
Is Doug Polk speeding here, getting a lot of line? Will the truck come off the rails? We might have our first truck animation for people that just joined the chat from Upswing.
Oh yes.
He does call.
And he is a flush. He's a straight and a
Aye.
flush. He's a
Nice.
straight
What
plus
a big,
flush.
Massive.
Get the
hand
horn.
there.
Get the horn.
Back that truck up.
Back the truck
The
up.
truck horn comes out as Doug Polk takes down a nice size pot, $48,000 there.
Back up the truck.
Let me see if we can pull that bad boy up here. People.
From what we've seen so far at Showdown, Doug seems to be having the goods and the services.
Seriously, I haven't seen him.
Doug seems to have them in the bigger pots at the moment.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. So we got a 3-bet pot there. Doug calls with the queen 10 suited, flops the flush draw.
Flop style.
Yeah, Daniel goes pretty big bet, 6,100 to 8,200. Doug just calls. Turn is a 6. Doug decides, I'm going to check back.
Okay, so here actually really important. Go back.
Uh-oh.
So in
what did I miss?
like, it's not a low SPR spot of 2.5, but in a spot like this, a queen 10 is a really good hand to check back to try to realize.
Uh-huh.
Because the idea is if you get jammed on in some capacity, that's a problem.
What do you mean?
Like it's a lot of equity to be folding.
Okay.
A gut shot, flush draw with 2 overcards. So in that case, what you want to be doing is effectively lowering your chances of getting jammed on and allowing yourself to take a free card and still get value on the river if you improve.
Well,
like that.
River, he does improve, right? And he goes for a bet, normal size bet, 13.8K. What do you think about that sizing, Landon?
I think it's good. He's going to have some clubs. Like if he has queen 10 of spades, he'll have queen 10 of clubs. Even versus a bigger size on the flop because you just have to continue with overs in a backdoor. And he's going to have it's hard to find necessarily bluffs. And his bluff might stem from a hand like 6-7 blocking pairs versus like an 8 he would check back at some percentage so maybe get some value. But a hand like 6-7 would be a reasonable bluff blocking full houses.
Interesting. Makes sense. You don't think he'd bet the turn with 6-7?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes he'll check.
Okay.
But it's probably a mix.
We got my man in the chat.
Are they done? Are they done?
I might be, yeah. My shout out to my guy Lex.
Where is he?
He said, great to see you out there, Joey. Listen, man, it's good to be back. Lex, also good to see you back, brother. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope things are going well with you and your family. And I saw you had a stream the other day, 25K. That was my first day on Twitter in like a month and a half. So I'm kind of catching up, seeing what you guys are up to, and look forward to catching up with you, brother. Keep up the good work, man. I wonder who Lex has in this match. So I think this actually is done. So, well, you tune in to the end, guys. We appreciate you for tuning in. We had a lot of people, 4,600 people watching right now. Very, very cool, man. Landon, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody out there for tuning in. And we are going to be back. Doug definitely crushed it that last hour. I think he ended up about $100,000. So Doug is going to be up for the match about $75,000.
Which, by the way, is only 2 buy-ins. So
it's anyone games, guys. It's still early. Very impressed by Doug's play. And
thank you, Lex. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Lex said congrats on the score.
We got it done. Good
job, kid. Did you win that PLO? Wasn't Lex playing a Pop event? Lex, how'd that go? We heard in the chat that you were like chip leading or so you were killing or something like that. So how did it go? But yeah, guys, appreciate all the good words, kind words. This is 10 Expert ESPN coverage. I don't know about that. Those guys are really good at what they do.
They're really fucking good. We're just having fun. Talking some poker.
Yeah, this is kind of what we do all the time, man. If you guys enjoyed it, smash the like button. It's really good to be back. It's good to be back on YouTube. Good to be back making content in the poker community. Look forward to catching up with what's happening out there.
I backed the truck up on the live tournament scene. We came in.
You're killing it, buddy. Keep up the good work,
play
man.
Play the beeping sound.
Well, we're gonna
not that one.
We're gonna be back soon.
The beeping sound.
Well, that's it, guys. The tables are closing. Lex says 5th for 33,000.
There it is. Not bad.
Not bad at all, brother. Not bad at all.
All in a day's work.
People say what happened to my podcast. I've been
coming back.
It's coming back, brother. Jeans89. Yeah, Jeans89 is debatably one of the top PLO players of all time.
Yeah.
The guy's a fucking god.
Jeans89. Yep.
But guys, we're going to be back.
You got Jeans89 in the biggest part of your career.
No, I beat him.
Yeah, you got him.
I crushed him.
Yeah, you got Jeans.
I know.
No, I mean, you Jeans.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Hell yeah.
I want to thank all the moderators doing a great job today. Moonlight Master, my man Cam, Shelby, of course, my lovely lady. Thank you very much, babe. And everybody in the chat, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all the very, very kind messages about the comeback. And I'll talk more about kind of where I've been, what I've been working at, kind of what I've been going through in my own life a little bit, kind of give you guys a little bit more insight on that and my takeaways and what I've learned. And we'll be back Wednesday, same time, 5:30 Eastern time, 2:30 Pacific time, me and the kid, Big Landon. Hopefully he wins a tournament by then. And
you have a tournament to play.
I got to play a tournament today since Doug Polk 5x all in the river.
3x.
Whatever it is, what it is. All right, guys, take care. Appreciate you. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it. 888. I'm cool with that. You guys are awesome. Much love.
Get the horn. Get the
Get
truck.
the horn. Peace out.